Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Mount Mindset. I'm your host, Gio McNee. I've got Big Adam and Gaz back in the hot seat. We're going to cover off all the questions that you put in the chat box. We're going to get an update from the guys and where they're at and how their training's been, what they're up to these days, and the response that they got from the last episode. We've got a whole wide range of topics to cover, and without further ado, let's dive right in.
You know how to breathe. That's all you'll hear.
You can only mouth breathing anyway.
Is your breathing normally all right?
No, but it's not normally as bad.
Jesus.
It's not as bad as this.
Yeah, I really nose strips.
Being congested, I'm congested to fuck still.
To be fair, I need to try the nose strips.
The strips are good. I've tried them.
I've got sleep apnea, so I could do with trying the strips as well.
Aye, they don't stop you snoring. I think that's bollocks, but they do.
I think you get a better sleep though. I've actually tried them once or twice, but it's fucking. You wake up halfway through the night and rip it off because it's fucking quite agitated.
You're just getting used to it.
Well, I'm used to having a fucking mask on.
You're fucking
What's that
gravy
like?
with that
The
one.
CPAP machine.
Mm-hmm.
What's it
Pumps
like?
air into you.
Aye, basically. It stops me trying to die in my sleep, mate.
Is it that bad?
Mine's is really bad. Actually the other night, even with my CPAP on, I kept waking up choking.
So what happens? Do you stop breathing?
Your breathing
You're
tube
choking.
shuts.
You're like choking yourself sleeping.
And basically, I just stop breathing.
Are you lying on your back?
Well, I thought I sleep on my back, but according to her, I move onto my side a lot.
Aye.
But I've had CPAP for must be close to 10 years now. But in my sleep study, when I got tested for it, they said in my worst period, I stopped breathing like 72 times in an hour. Quite
72
severe.
times in an hour?
Aye. That's because I'd ripped all the stuff off me in the middle of the night, and I was like, I don't even know if you'll have anything. And she's like, I got the results. You did, but you've got really bad sleep apnea.
So they've got you in, I take it at night time, you've got to sleep there and they measure you?
I took it home, basically. It's like they gave me a machine and I had all these pads to put all over my body.
Right.
And then obviously got to sleep, but I woke up and it was on the flare. I'd obviously taken it off.
Do you wake up in a panic because you're sitting fucking can't breathe?
So I never used to. Like, see, when I first, obviously it must be worse now because of my weight. Like when I
And
first,
did it kick off because you were putting weight on?
No, so I've got it hereditary. My dad had it too.
Right.
I'd always had obviously birds that started telling me, you stop breathing in your sleep, and I was like, oh, whatever. And then eventually I went to fucking doctors, and the doctors were like, nah, you know that, nah, they'll not do anything. And it turned out it's pretty fucking severe. It's quite bad for your health as well, to be fair.
Is it?
It led to a lot of the issues my dad had, basically, because he was undiagnosed till just before he died. So it causes heart problems and shit.
Right. I mean, it can't be good for you that cutting the oxygen off like that many times through the night.
It starts.
How's just like the quality of your sleep? Do you feel that you've rested?
The biggest problem is obviously your quality of sleep, but also it raises your blood pressure because when you stop breathing, obviously your blood pressure goes up.
Yeah.
And then it comes back down. But eventually you end up with just high blood pressure all the time.
Right.
And apparently also your oxygen levels can get so low where cells start dying, basically. So
You ever done like that, guys?
Aye, not as severe as that, but like when I've caught myself when I've like maybe just started going off on a nap, and then I'm having like weird like times where I'm like waking and I feel like I'm out of breath. I'm panicking, and it's because I've just nodded off and I'm literally stopping myself from breathing. I can't sleep on my back.
So like if you're asleep, what's the first thing
So
you
it's
notice?
like I don't know. It probably is like your weight to do with, and probably I think a lot of your muscle because the heaviness on your chest and all that's giving you a sinking feeling. So like when I've been lying on my back and maybe my chin's just like either gone too close,
jaw position as well,
and it's starting to sink down. You didn't even realise because you're no like conscious to know that you're fucking holding your breath. So next minute you're just probably holding your breath, like the longest you've had it, you're not even trying. And I'll wake up and I'm like gasping for air. Like a few times I've gasped for air.
You feel like panicky.
I feel like, why the fuck am I out of breath? Because you didn't care what's just happened, eh? But you've napped and you've been fucking cutting off your circulation.
And do you need to be on your back for it to happen?
I'd say so, eh? You're to close your airway properly.
I sleep on my side a lot.
Do you still feel like you close it off though? I don't know.
Well, because mine's is treated, but if I check my app, which logs, I've still always got episodes all the time.
Aye.
just generally my number's lower.
Was it a watch you wear, or like how do you
You
track
can
your
get
sleep?
a watch for it.
No, so my CPAP tracks it, and then it wirelessly thingies it to the ResMed app.
I wonder that's quite clever. I wonder how it tracks the sleep.
I didn't
Was it
even
the
know
airflow
it had
or
it, like,
something that-
until about a year or something ago, and I was having issues with the machine, and I phoned them up, and they're like, "Have you got the app?" I was like, "What do you mean the fucking app?" And I download the app, and it tracks everything in the app.
That's pretty cool. I wonder how they measure. It must be like an airflow, and it can tell when you're maybe not respirating.
It must be
That's pretty.
because it auto regulates how much air I need as well as it goes.
Because I thought the mask was just blowing oxygen.
No, it's just pressurized air
Right.
that keeps your breathing tube open.
Yep. That's pretty cool. So the jaw position. So if you were say, like, what would how would your jaw position? Does the mask hold your jaw in a particular position?
No, so some people, I think, if it's not that bad, you can get like a mouth guard, which I think pushes your bottom
Right.
jaw forward, which stops it. But I don't know how. Like, mine was that severe. They just gave me a CPAP straight away. Anyway,
I remember
so-
Joe Rogan talking about having it was like, it sounded like a very similar to like a gum shield,
Mhm.
and it was to keep his tongue like flat because he must have had a thick tongue, and it was going back, and that was what was blocking the air. So he thought it was a CPAP machine what they needed, and it wasn't. It was just his tongue was rolling back. That was stopping the breathing. And that was catching him. But that kept the tongue flat. So it's interesting that the jaw has got a part to play in it. That's well, you think like how heavy, like when you get big, it's like imagine like the weight of your pecs. Imagine like putting a bag of weight.
Well, that's what
You know,
like
on the
that,
top of
everything
your
is
chest.
sitting on your chest. And you
It's
think when
very
you're trying to
common
sleep,
in big bodybuilders to have sleep apnea.
Right.
But I mean, I had it back when I was like fucking 15 stone or something. So
So no, the way it was hereditary. It was there before you.
it wasn't
put the size on.
noticeable other than the fact I was fucking tired all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
now, if I try to sleep without my CPAP, I'm constantly waking up, panicking, spluttering.
Mm.
So
Yeah. People don't realise what goes on to get big.
I should probably go and get it checked too, but I've found a way where it's like I'm bad for just sleeping on my front or my side. Really, I'm never really comfy sleeping on my back. But if you get one of the masks, I think you need to learn how to just sleep on your back. Or
well, I can sleep on
you
my
can
side.
go on your
but,
side, but probably be a nightmare with the mask sometimes.
It's comfy enough. The problem I think when I sleep on my side is sometimes it shifts the mask and then it leaks.
Aye.
But I always go
Also,
to
is
sleep on my
I
back.
take it you need to seal it. Like, is that how it works?
Uh-huh.
And how
It's
big's
got-
the front of it?
Well, you get two kinds. You can get just like one that's like a nose pillow. But I'm a
Right.
mouth breather, so I've got like the full face.
Doesn't it make quite a racket,
It only makes a noise if it's no sealed. So obviously there's like a silicone cushion,
Right.
and if that's no sealing against your face, it just blows air out the side, and that's quite loud.
Right.
But if it's sealed, there's no noise,
Interesting.
and it stops me snoring as well.
So it's just a fucking leg. You've got to take it
bear.
everywhere. So if he goes anywhere, he's got to have his sleep apnea. that's
I
what
can't sleep without it now. Like I'm that used to it. I can't sleep without it on my face.
Right. I've never. Like, I snore, but fucking, I'm like, there's
Oh,
not
man,
a chance
snore
in
after
stopping
that.
me snoring.
I'm really fucking bad. Like my neighbours would fucking hear me, but CPAP stops me snoring.
I wonder. That's quite interesting that it does that. Because apparently there's a flap that you can get operated and it stops the snoring. I don't know what
The
part. of it.
CPAP must just force enough air that the
It must
flap
push it
doesn't
flat.
close, aye.
Mm.
Apparently, those things do help you stop snoring a bit too.
It's not going to help if you're snoring through your mouth, though, is it?
Well,
If you're a mouth breather, I am.
You're snoring for your mouth.
Basically, aye.
I've seen these clips now where boys got to sleep taping their mouth shut, so they have to breathe.
Probably
I can't
fucking-
think of anything more
Aye.
terrifying.
Suffocate.
You know what it's like when you're slightly bunged up. Imagine the idea of taping your mouth
I
shut.
know.
That's absolutely horrendous.
Just so that they're only because it's healthier to breathe only through your nose. Apparently,
I've seen that as well, to be fair. I couldn't.
that'd be fucking scary. Like,
Aye. My nose breathing's not very good.
I think I'd survive.
So what's been new since the last time you were on? How's the training been?
Fucking not too bad. I thought I'd stumped this week, like, but it was going up and then got on well a bit.
My issue is just getting fucking injured at the moment.
What's happened on the injury front?
I've done something to my left shoulder. The physio thinks possibly a torn labrum. I'm not sure. Which is because of the whatever I've done is also giving me rotator cuff issues because obviously other things are overcompensating. So yeah.
It's funnier though because you thought it was your fucking tricep.
It felt like. So I must have
Mental.
torn something on the bottom of my tricep because that bruised up, but it felt to me like the lat. But then when my physio, when he poked in there, and I was like, that's exactly where I felt it go, which is somewhere in like the armpit area, the shoulder. It's not great if it is torn, but it's no. I'm still training.
Can you work around it?
Well,
Pushing through.
It's the main issue is like stability, really. Like, see when I'm pulling for above my head, the minute I put any weight, it's like so fucking shaky through that arm.
It's just finding the weakest link.
Because, well, apparently what Ricky said with the labrum, if it is torn, it does cause a lot of shoulder instability. Although since he's worked on it, it's not been as bad.
Your pressing's been alright then?
My pressing was sore, and then it was better after he worked on it. He's worked on it again today, so we'll see. He said it was really fucking tight.
So you got to your biggest weight. I seen the personal weight. That was good.
322. I beat my previous one by a pound.
A win's a win.
It looks a lot better this time than the last time round.
What's been the differences you've noticed this time?
The differences?
Aye, like what's standing out to you as being better than the last time?
I think finally my back's starting to improve.
That's good. That's good. Nice.
This is what we needed. What with the hamstrings as well. It's where I needed, I think, is starting to get better.
Aye.
As well as I think everyone else has done a wee bit as well. So
good.
It's going well if I can stop myself getting injured. So we changed my training around and I've come into a health phase for a while.
What is a health phase? Like what's this? I don't really know.
So basically dropping down my gear, not to TRT, because, well, basically what Hilly says, if I go on TRT is not enough for somebody of my size, so drop down onto 300 test and 100 mast a week.
Right.
And then obviously we just try and get bloods in range. In 7 weeks we'll check my bloods and see what's what.
And you keep your things like your diet and your training the same?
Training's changed more from a point of view of me in previous health phases being really fucking injury prone. So I've gone down to 4 days. And a higher volume approach as opposed to low volume. And I'm doing a bit of a diet because my appetite was in the bin anyway.
You weren't hungry?
I was gone.
Aye.
Aye.
What do you think caused that?
I think it happens after a while of pushing. We ran oxys at the end of the push, which...
You were saying that last time, the oxys, you were taking them at night?
Taking them every day at night. So I ended up pulling out the oxys, and that got me a couple more weeks. But we were fighting it. We were trying to get a bit more out of it. And then once I kind of started getting wee niggly injuries, Hilly was like, right, we'll just pull it back on the health phase.
What were you doing training-wise?
Still just kind of going up on and up. Still doing this rebound, nice and slowly. Try just let the body...
slow about it.
Let the body respond. Well, it feels like it's been a while now, but... I don't know. How long's a rebound, do you think?
Your rebound's probably finished now.
Oh,
what's the rebound? What's the idea of a rebound?
So your body's still getting back to normality after you've just done probably a heavy prep. So like getting as lean as I did, I've got to be careful because it's so easy just to fucking eat and then there's not going to be muscle you're creating. It's just fucking water, and before you know it, like what I'm kind of faced with there now is like loads of inflammation and stuff. Just my joints needing a rest, but it's obviously it's like all this excess water weight has to go somewhere, so it starts getting wasted in all your parts of your body, and then you just like can get injuries and stuff. But I'm just my joints were a bit sore started last week, like they were starting to really fucking hurt. So kind of the good thing as well was due to me becoming unwell as well. So I've kind of like took a break for the gym with foot wanting to. And then it's kind of like everything feels better again. But I've dropped a few pounds just with diet going it because try to eat when the appetite when you're unwell shite.
What do you need to do with that? Is like there anything you do? You're just forcing it in?
try your hardest just to maintain and make sure you're not fucking, like, I've not, like, to be fair, I never trained because when I'm like run down, training just can make you feel worse. But I've kept working, so keep working, keeping a routine and keeping food on. So like I've not had to eat as much as I usually would while working, obviously, and no training. So the good thing is it's just kind of like went into like a quick wee health thing. It's like I've just let my body get back to normal. So I'd say I'll be good to go back to training tomorrow because everything feels better again.
It's good sometimes, you know, when you get an injury, you feel shit.
But these things come hand in hand because see, after like, well, Adam doing his health phase or me having an unwell week or that, your body becomes more responsive again. So
You
like
feel
you've
good.
a
It's like
setback
you-
is something to fucking
It's
get
like one
back.
step back, 2 steps
So
forward.
that's bodybuilding. Like the more you have setbacks, the more your body will respond better to you fucking coming back for it. But it's shite because it's a total mindfuck. Because the last thing you want to do is be fucking doing your best with everything you're doing, and then get fucking knocked back like 6 steps. Again.
And what do you do? Like, what sort of tricks do you play on yourself to not let that get to you?
Not like that's the thing. You've got to proper just be willing to accept it. I'd say because there's so much it can put you. You're like, oh no, I've dropped pounds. I'm not going to be looking as big as I was looking. You've not changed. There's no way you've changed that much unless you've fucking stopped eating altogether.
Yeah, the thing is, when you're unwell, a lot of people they try and keep training, but all you do is just prolong you being unwell. And the thing is, even if you're not eating as much, the chances are you're only going to lose a bit of water, a little bit of fullness. You're not going to start dropping fucking muscle by no eating properly for a week. So it's no, you've just got to accept it, as Gaz says.
Yeah, just try and get through it best you can.
The worst thing you can do is think, nah, I can't let this fucking defeat me. I've got to get to the gym and make myself train. But at the end of the day, you're just going to make yourself feel worse. Like there was a few days there where I woke up and I thought, I feel a bit better. And then I would get on with my day and all that, and I'd be like, nah, it's no time to go to the gym yet. Because you're no enjoying eating your food yet. You're no fucking, you can yourself, like that whole listen to your body shit. Like you can when you're no feeling just right yet. And that was defo me. Like a few days there I was like, oh, I'll be able to go to the gym tonight.
But apparently all these guys that you know, are the wealth of knowledge just say you need to take more gear. That's the answer to everything. Because like none of this really is important to these guys that are top tier. Apparently the answer is chemical warfare. But the fact of actually being reasonable and logical and understanding nutrition in your body. And
that's the problem with this sport too. You never see anybody that does get unwell. Everyone just seems like they're fucking getting massive and there's no hindrance to it. There's just you just keep getting bigger. We didn't get unwell, but I'm sure everyone gets unwell, and it does rattle you for a couple of days because you feel like you've just lost everything. You've been doing well at.
Speaking of guys doing well and big dudes, I was down picking up my missus' motor at the Red Line Cars. And they were saying that they were like, there's a big bodybuilder that comes in here. I'm like, all right. The sound was like Samson Dowda. I'm like, what the fuck's he doing? And
Dowda.
Dowda.
Mr. Olympia.
Aye, Mr. Olympia. I was like, fucking Mr. Olympia. And I'm thinking,
he's the fucking biggest of them all.
Aye, massive. He's a big, massive bodybuilder, and he was in buying a few cars for them.
Did you get his McLarens for there, did he?
Aye, I didn't realise that he was for the UK. I didn't realise this is where he lived. I thought he was in America.
Yeah, he's always making appearances at the Two Bros shows and all that. Eh?
Well, the last one was his.
Aye, on his soil.
It was Samson. Must have been him sponsoring it or whatever.
He is wild big.
Wild. He just keeps getting bigger too. It's kind of like scary. Actually.
See when you see the pictures of what it was like before, and you go, dude, like good solid dude, and then you
just when you think somebody kind of get better, and then he gets fucking better, but knowing that like he gets leaner and bigger at the same time, it was like
he's got an interesting look because he doesn't look like he doesn't look like an early 2000s mass monster. He sort of looks aesthetic, but he's really big. He's not ultra conditioned, but he's really big and he's really aesthetic.
That's the thing we always say about Samson is like, see if he got this extra bit of condition that he's just lacking, I think he'd be fucking unstoppable. Like he can't beat somebody with the proportions who's crisp lean. He's just not kind of been that crisp lean yet.
Yeah. Sometimes though, it's the trade off with.
Like
Andrew Jack, the exact same. When they pull off that little bit more, it loses the whole fucking look.
And they're scared of that too, because it's the whole that peak element of your, like, it fucks you, it makes you the best ever.
Seemingly like Samson diets on next to fuck all as well, and a lot of cardio.
What, when he's dieting?
His food goes really low.
But then he
partly.
must have some sort of crazy peak fucking 2 weeks or something then, eh? Or,
Depends what he does.
So, but they'll need to take precautions when they're going, well, they all go for mega early when they go to the States to like normalise their bodies to it, eh? Because, no, he's a freak though.
You seen? I seen Kevin Levrone. He's looking in great nick for. What's he 62? You seen him recently?
I
Aye.
think I did see a photo of him.
I mean,
He was always class.
Talk
He's-
about a fucking just a gift, man.
He's,
That is just elite genetics.
He's
It's
elite
just
genetics.
fucking-
unbelievable.
I mean, when he done that, when he came back for Olympia, and there was something like unimaginably done. He managed to grow 30 pounds of muscle or something in like a short term.
But that's
time.
what he used to do for
And
his
you're just
Olympia
like, "No, you
preps.
can't do that."
Yeah, Dave Palumbo talking about this.
What is
Dave
it when
Palumbo.
what he done when he was making a comeback?
No, I don't even think it was a comeback. I think like Kevin had been on like tour with his band for fucking 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
He says, and like he said to Dave, like, can you help me prep for the Olympia? And David went down. He's like, he says, I'm big, 300 pounds, veiny, freaky big. And he's right, like, take your top off, let me see. This guy doesn't even look like he's been in bodybuilding.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like nothing. And he's like, there's not a fucking chance you're going to be ready anywhere near in time. Went down 6 weeks later. So, right, let's take a look. And he's like, I just wanted to quit bodybuilding. This guy just totally transformed. He says it was wild what the transformation that he had. And he goes, how can you ever get near that? He says, a guy that can change that quick.
He was one of the one of my favourites is Levrone. Like when you watch him in the Olympias and that, and you're just like the way his body was shaped, man. You're like, what the fuck? It was quite crazy.
I had just had that look. He had the sort of the big delts and the huge triceps. He just
But then he
looked
turned into like a normal human being, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, how can you go from that to that? And you're just, it's crazy. But we've all got to be fucking faced with that at some point as well, I guess, eh?
Come
like-
back the other way.
Well, you'll be like, hit some age, and you'll be like, right, I can't fucking be this big anymore, can I? If you want to if you've got so many years to get a bit bigger, then it'll be fucking harder, eh?
When do you think when do you think you start thinking
I
about
think it's
it?
different for everyone because like, you look at fucking Dexter Jackson, he just kept fucking gone.
Aye,
He just kept going and going and going.
aye.
He was mental. What age
Dexter
is he? Like, he was
Jackson-
close to his 60s, was he not? 50s? 56?
He went on to. He was still competing in his mid 40s, I'm sure.
Was that? He was like close to
I'm sure he was
over
nearly
50.
50 before he jacked it in.
And he looked fucking class.
Aye, he was still good right to
He
the
still
end.
looked the same.
He was like the Daywalker. He was like the movie The Blade. This guy didn't age, and it was funny because
But you seen when he stopped and he changed radically, eh? But the only lead up to that, you're right, he just never seemed to look different.
the only time you could tell was when if he grew his hair in, you could see that it was grey.
Aye.
That was the only sign.
He had a grey beard at the end, I'm sure.
Aye,
Aye,
but I
he
mean,
looked a
he's-
bit older, eh? You're like, you're quite old, eh?
still facially
Didn't
looked
realise
like,
you were that
just
old.
looked like you could put a picture of him 20 years ago and side by side, and you go, that
Aye.
doesn't look like it's been 20 years. And it's funny because he spanned, like in bodybuilding generation terms, a huge time period. The guys that he was competing against.
Well, you stood
know
with
what I
them
mean?
all nearly, eh? Dexter, to be fair to him.
He had
And
some
then he
longevity.
won one too, which was fucking
He was
tough.
fucking consistently in the mix as well.
Aye, the top
For like
tier.
fucking 20 years or something.
Yep.
Okay, and that's the thing too, because like doing what he'd done, it could falter, yeah, but he just loved it. And he was always back in the top 5 at least, again, no matter what. I don't know what age you call. It's different for everyone, I guess, eh?
I think probably into your 40s.
Your
Probably,
peak,
probably in my
I'd say
40s
we're
for
in our
me.
peak years now,
They say you're in your peak in your mid.
30s,
30s,
with your
so-
muscle maturity and how you're looking, and even your growing seems to be a wee bit better too, the way you grow.
I wonder how, like, with people dialing in, doing things like the blood work, dialing in that part of it where they're paying more attention to their supplements, figuring out what they need. Like, they're really taking a bit more of a scientific approach in terms of, rather than just, hey, look, let's just throw everything in and see what happens. They're much more specific. So I think their bodies are responding and they're getting a bit more out of it than they maybe otherwise would.
It's going to increase your lifespan as well of your bodybuilding if you are staying on top of the health side of things. I suppose that if in that case, it's probably when body parts start to fade because you get older. It's your legs that go first usually, isn't it?
It never used to be such an open thing to people a few years ago. The way it was, especially here because you're such like a niche market where you weren't hearing about boys. I just went and got my bloods done. But now it's like you get told to do it, which is really good.
Everybody's
But
doing it now.
before COVID and that, no cunt was getting their bloods done. You didn't care anything about it really. You never had that on hand kind of mobile thing. It would be like you need to go to the GP or the doctor, and they just look at you like,
Right, they're not interested in doing it.
what do you want that for? Like, we're like, oh, I wonder.
Now obviously we've got various fucking companies offering it.
Aye.
You get a full blood panel. It doesn't even need to
Well,
involve your doctor.
I think the rise it came from when sort of TRT was starting to come into the fore where, hey, look, there was the private market for TRT. So before you just had like your underground gear or your GP, there was nothing really in between. And I think when TRT is a sort of, you know, a sector, if you like, came in, then it was a case of, right, if we are going to prescribe this to you, you need to get your blood panel done. So that opened up another market where a business was like, well, we'll do your bloods. And then that, you know, has morphed into, hey, look, it's filled the gap. And that gap's been filled. And I think that it's actually a real positive because people are now getting to know what they need rather than...
Folk have found a good market for it too, because like these folk that are, like, some are getting huckled for it, but the private people that are wanting to help boys do it, that is a big help. Because you're not having to like go find a doctor or a GP. You're actually finding folk that can do it for you quite quickly,
And you're not getting that judgment while you're getting it
you
done
feel a
as
bit
well.
safer doing it that way as well, to be fair.
Well, the thing being is, like, you look at the amount of money you'd spend on, you know, everything related to bodybuilding, you go, well, there's some diminishing returns or even outright waste in some of the things that aren't working for you, you don't need. So like taking them out and putting a little bit of spend towards a blood panel and actually seeing what changes
That's another thing. You want somebody that understands why you're getting it done. Not somebody playing dumb with you being like, oh, why would you need this? Like, tell me more. And you're like, fuck, I need more. I really want to explain to you why I want my bloods done.
Traps in your ears. And like, I wonder why.
Aye, like, fucking brilliant.
Why
do you do that?
I remember, I don't know if you've ever had this, but I remember going into, you know, you ever had the fucking BMI chat with the doctor?
No, but I think it's a funny one too, because you're apparently obese in the list.
I was in, I can't remember what it was in for, but it was nothing like, I think I'd hurt my knee. I'd hurt my knee. I think like my private health insurance, so like, you need to go to the doctor first and then find out what it is and we'll get you someone to look at. So I'm in the doctor and they've got a student, you know, a trainee or a student of some kind. And the doctor's like a middle-aged Asian guy, pot belly, fucking skinny. His waist is wider than his shoulders. And I'm sitting there and he's like, right, you know, take your top off, take your trousers off, get them full like measurements, check your heart, blood pressure, all that sort of stuff. Full, you know, purely for the I'm here to, so I've got a sore knee. But for the benefit of this is we're just going to go through the motions. Cool, and then he's like on the scales and your height, and he's like, you know, if you're do you know that you're obese based on the BMI? And I'm like, you fucker, you want to take your top off?
But that's he's like, what do you personally think? Like, are you fucking sure? Like, obviously, I'm not obese.
And you go, I was wondering, I was like, imagine like you were a doctor for the rugby team. Like, what would you do if you were sitting there with the rugby team? You've got the entire squad of rugby guys that are sitting there absolutely solid, you know, really strong athletes, really healthy, in really good shape, really powerful, and you're going to say, sorry boys, you are all clinically obese according to this really shitty measurement.
You're all mega fat.
And you've got a pot belly doctor with, you know, shoulders wide, you know, no, my ankle's wider than his shoulders, telling you that you're you know, that you're overweight.
No, I need to figure out something else with that too, that BMI.
That's all the shit. I had it once when I was in for one of my CPAP appointments, and the weigh you and shit every time. She was looking at a clipboard and she weighed me and she looked at me and she went, the last time you were here, you were 12 stone. Now you're 18 stone. It's just like I started training to creatine and that,
Well, you're that tall, you might not actually be obese on the BMI chart.
No, I am. Aye.
Mega.
Fucking like 23 stone in it.
Aye, you'd probably be definitely going to be obese. Definitely be obese. So, did you get any good feedback for the last one with the stuff we chatted about?
Well, just a lot of folk asking when the next one is.
Right, let's get into it.
Including the fucking receptionist today at Ricky's.
Aye.
Aye, she's been watching them, she says.
What one?
No, it's always the dark haired one when I'm in.
Oh, right. It's the blonde haired one when I'm in.
It seems to have got a really good response, and people seem to be wanting. Like, I'm thinking, we've got a couple of weeks before we need to, line up, and they're like, "When's the next one?"
Yeah, I know.
I've had a look at that. I walked into a garage in Glasgow once, and the boys started asking me. I was like, "Fucking 7 o'clock at night. I just want to go home, mate."
You get people coming up to you and they're chatting to you, and I have no idea who you are.
Well, I get that a lot actually, because when we were in tattooing, folk are like, "Oh, you're doing that podcast now," and I was like, "Oh."
It's
But
good.
it's like folk,
it's,
just totally random folk, eh?
it's good because it shows that people are in. They're, as I said, I think everybody's thinking about it. Like, they just don't want to say.
It's a lot of just random people that don't even
I think
like
it is
into
because it's such a
bodybuilding as well.
fucking. It is like the dark web, the bodybuilding world, eh? Because you only know so much, but everyone knows a bit more. Or,
Folk are only starting to talk about it a bit more recently as well. Like,
aye. That's what we were saying about like these, you getting your bloods done, the doctors, and like you're actually getting people that are specialising for bodybuilders because they can. Bodybuilders don't want to go to the doctors. You're not getting the right treatment. It's like boys, like when you're, say if you're starting out and boys get bad acne, they just get worse acne because the last thing they want to do is go to the doctors, get medication, and then be told, "No, you shouldn't be doing steroids or something." You're like, "Oh, brilliant, mate." But I'm trying to like be a bodybuilder, but I'll do that, like stuff like that. But now you can get help, eh?
I fucking got asked if I was on steroids when I smashed my toe. I was like, "What's this got to do with anything?" And she just went, "When did you last jag?" Normally I would lie, but because she said it like that, I laughed and was like, "This morning."
I always
What
get
would
that
that do?
question too. So when you get put under, they're like, are you steroids?" And you're like,
I always
I don't
say
know
no.
if I should answer. Like, aye, like no.
I
Like,
just play dumb. No,
apparently, it's so they can the strength that they need to use because if you're on steroids, you've probably got a higher tolerance or whatever.
What is this for anaesthetic?
Yes,
Right.
they'll ask you usually if you're going under anaesthesia, they want to know if you take steroids or not.
And is
For
that
reason.
that general? I take it, or is it
I've asked an
local?
anaesthesia before, and it goes, "Why do you always have to ask that?" And they're like, "We generally have to know because you might need a higher dose to keep you under."
Right.
But I guess that'd be the
Because
same
you're
for like a
fucking solid.
It'd be the same for a junkie or something, Ken. Like,
Oh, is
because
it?
I think so, because their tolerance would be fucking like. I think how many times they're doped up, and they're pretty much getting the same there, so they'd need a higher dose
Right.
in order to keep them
That makes sense.
locked in, Ken.
What if you
Well,
didn't
you
need
know,
a higher
I-
dose, so, and they just assume you do?
Well, if you that's the thing. That's why it's the highest paid job in the hospital apparently, because they could, if they fuck up, they kill you. You know what I mean?
I didn't realise they were that well paid.
They're like in the surgery room. They're the highest paid apparently. You know?
We were cycling through. It was a Bridge of Weir. We were cycling through Bridge of Weir, really, really expensive area. It's like the per capita, it's got the most millionaires like and concentrated. And the boy I was with, he's like, oh, guy that I used to go to uni with, he stays there. He's like an anesthesiologist. I'm like, fucking hell. I'm like, would he strike it lucky? He's like,
Mega
no, they're
money.
paid mega money. Real big dough. So suppose with the risk, it's same with air traffic controllers.
Well, their
are
job
okay.
is to like make sure that you're just in a good like whatever deep sleep, and if it goes bad, like obviously you didn't come back out it, do you?
Aye.
So
Aye. It's a tightrope, isn't it? It's a tightrope. But I mean, like I was thinking about this earlier on. Like you coach anybody? No. So you'll know if you coach people. Like one of the things that people don't like, it seems to be universal. People don't realise like they all. I don't know if it's just me, but people want to skip the work,
Aye.
the hard work. I mean, I don't get it.
Just give me the drugs. What will I take? No.
Well, the version of there's outside bodybuilding. It's the same thing. It's like I don't want to do the work, but I want the result.
They want. I know that's the same. It's just,
like,
I can't mean.
how-
It's like everybody wants the secret tip.
What do you think the fucking like? I always
The
say,
thing you're
see,
not getting told.
see, like this whole idea of like the law of attraction, manifestation, visualization. I'm like, right. See, for this to work, there's a fucking one thing that they all need. It's action. You need to fucking do something. Like it's not just sit there and like have a, this. It's like guys going, I want to go down. I want to go to the gym after 3 weeks. I want to be on the Olympia stage. It's not happening.
No.
Like the amount of effort and application and graft that you need to put in. The people are like, and they're quick at looking for a reason to go, well, the reason that you've got it is fill in blank. Oh, it's this, it's that, it's the next thing. It's the drugs. And it's like, well, fucking how about the How about all the decade of work, diet, nutrition, training?
I've always thought about that because like it's the same thing as like you're looking at a boy and you're like, right, he looks class. I was like, what do you do? And you're like, it doesn't matter what he's doing at this moment in time because there's been a lead up to where he's got to in order to get there. So really, you want to meet the boy 5 years ago and ask him what he's doing because that's what you need to get like introduced to now. Know this final look. Yeah. The look is fucking when he had nothing and you're like, there must have been something that just clicked, and it was the build on that. Like the same as anything. What you're saying is like you found a way to do something and then it just manifested anymore.
I had a bit of fucking rant to myself. I was going to post it and I thought I'd just thought better of it because I was in a right fucking foulery of mid. I've known this guy for years. And when I started, it would have been the same guy that went, it's never going to work. Like, whatever you're trying, he'd shoot you down. It's never going to work. And then years later, he's still doing the same shit, same sort of situation. And a fleeting comment, he was like, well, it's easy for you because you got money. And I'm like, motherfucker.
No.
I'm like, right, so this is the reason that your life today is the way it is because you made shit decisions yesterday. The reason my life is today is because I sacrificed yesterday's pleasure. See what you think, see when you were having a good time and you were giving it fucking loudy and you were going to the lads' holidays and you were spending the money in the flash stuff and the flash clothes and the fucking partying all weekend and tea in the park and all this sort of stuff. I was busy. I wasn't spending money. I was living a frugal life. I was buying investments and I was hoping they would pay off and hoping they'd pay off and hoping they'd pay off. I says, that's why I've got it today because the decisions I made years ago. Not because, so it's like, don't fucking say that my results are fine without taking into account the sacrifices that it took to get them. And nobody, like, they're quick at shooting it down. They're quick at just going, hey.
Because it always looks easy for somebody that's had to do the hard stuff, though.
Well, it's like you two get big, you get massive, you are in the gym, and it's like when somebody who wants to get like yous, and they are not it, but they want it. What you've done is a reflection on what they didn't do. So they've got two choices: either accept that they didn't do it, which their ego will say nah, or they need to try and drag you down, or make some justification as to something. It's a fucking drug. It's this. It's the drugs is a cop out one, and you're like, it's just an escape.
That's the fucking magic saying. He's like, if I took what you took, I'd look like you, and you're like,
no, you wouldn't.
I'll give you everything I take, and you go have at it and see what happens.
You can go and take 10 times what I take. You're still not going to get there.
See what you get
because they've not got the willpower. They want the result, but they're not prepared to do the work.
No,
they're not prepared to do the work. Which, by the way, was a fucking heavy theme in that question box. So let's see where we start for the. There's some fucking good ones in here. Right. If all the boys get into a scrap, who's coming out top dog? And the best supplements for blood pressure? Quite a fucking. That's a decent question.
That's the same question.
That's the same question.
How did we go from fighting to blood pressure?
Aye, so we can rule out Mikey because he didn't even show up. Fucking big
the bottom then.
Big Michelle. Big Michelle didn't show up tonight or for legs. See, he's out.
I don't know. Who's the most crazy?
But I reckon I've got my fucking top chance now because Adam's injured and you're blocked up.
I couldn't breathe when I'm adrenaline going through. Like.
What about blood pressure?
Cardiac?
Well, there's various fucking supplements, but probably the best place to start is doing some fucking cardio.
Very true.
There's various things like cardiac for injured muscle. If you want to go under the counter, there's telmisartan, losartan, but probably looking at your fucking weight, cardio is the place to start. Lifestyle, really.
Right.
But then you'd say the same as like what we do. Like if
I mean, obviously,
if you avoid what we have to do, then your blood pressure is probably going to be sitting quite pretty. We need to watch it more carefully because what we do, like
some of the weights that we get to, is
gives high blood pressure. It's inevitable for us, really.
Body weight. But then also at the same time, fucking Nathan Styles, been up to like 340, 350 in his off season. He's still got good blood pressure.
Really?
So I don't think we can quite always use weight
as
as an excuse, because it is possible. But he does a lot of like HIIT cardio and that, I think.
What do you think that's doing? What do you think that? How do you think that's helping the blood pressure? Do you think it's just giving
Cardio.
that?
Heart's just working better.
Heart's becoming more efficient.
Yeah.
Well, I'm bad. I didn't get my blood pressure checked, but I've never had any of the same symptoms like Adam's had.
I mean, the problem with my blood
headaches and
pressure
that.
is, one, I've got my weight. Two, I've got the fucking sleep apnea, which raises your blood pressure. And also, I think there's fucking hereditary blood pressure issues in my family. So
Your head's been ready to explode sometimes too when you felt it away.
there's been times where I can feel it.
Aye, so
What are you
it's
feeling?
really
Is it like
bad.
just a pressure in your head?
Aye.
Nosebleeds or anything like that?
I've never actually had nosebleeds.
Yeah.
No, never had that when training. I know some people do. I've never had that.
So,
Do you get your blood pressure checked?
aye.
Was yours that?
It was
Yours
high.
would be good
Aye.
because you're cycling
It
then.
was, it was high and it came down.
It's the same deal, man. It's like
Aye,
if you're
aye.
fitter, you'll have better blood pressure. Really.
I was really watery, and when I switched supplements, it
Well, your
changed
high
it.
estrogen would have raised your blood pressure as well.
Aye, and it was like literally within 2 weeks, the blood pressure was back in range.
Yeah, that's good.
It was that quick. But I mean, it's like that thing. I've never had any symptoms. I didn't feel, oh, my blood pressure's through the
Well, we
roof.
push the barriers on it as it is, but
I've had it when I was younger, like pushing it with orals, and I felt like fucking red-faced.
Mhm.
At the moment, I don't feel any of that, but my blood pressure is still on the high side.
Is it? What are you sitting at the now?
Oh,
140s?
Fucking, I've been higher. 170s over 80-ish. I've been lower. I went through a stage where it was sitting in like the 140s and it was a bit better.
Mhm.
Seems to have gone up a bit again recently.
When you think that's just be pushing the weight a bit?
Probably.
Yeah.
They've dropped a bit since I went
do you
on
check
diet.
it when you've been cutting?
Check it 3 times a week.
No, but when you've been lean, prep.
No, I've only started checking it
That's
since
what I
Hilly.
thought I was going to say.
It's Hilly
There's
that's
a
owed
massive
me.
difference when you're in
times.
prep.
You know what made a difference to my blood pressure reading was 500 ml of water.
Really?
Aye.
Mentally.
Aye.
Aye, well, obviously hydration, because if you're
When we're on
dehydrated,
prep,
blood's
when we're
thicker.
on prep, you just drink gallons anyway because it fucking makes you feel better
I'm
waking
not
up.
very good at drinking, to be fair, especially on a
I know, but you
watch.
can when you do. You feel 10 times better.
Social media with bodybuilding, is it better or worse?
Worse.
Shite. I fucking hate it.
Very much worse.
Aye.
It's
So-
good for bodybuilding, but
No,
like
it's
you.
no. It's good for the popularity,
like-
but I think it's ruined bodybuilding.
Right, so give me right. If we start with the cons, what's been a con of social
The
media?
fakeness of it all, how fake it is.
Fakeness.
Right.
And now everybody in their dog
Too
thinks
many
they
folk-
can do a
Didn't he
bodybuilding show.
Didn't he
Like
look
fake, like
they're-
what? Like
But didn't he look like that in person?
so Photoshop.
Loads of Photoshop.
But fake personalities too, not just what they look
Aye,
like.
it's,
They're all editing their photos as well and putting filters on them and all this shit. Some of them are entirely fucking Photoshop.
I don't fucking get that.
I used
by
to
the
get told that. See, like
Somebody told me check-in pictures were filtered. What the fuck are you playing at?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's madness.
I don't even look at mine. I just fucking send them and then delete them. It's no, I don't care what I look like. That's for Hilly to worry about, eh?
Aye.
So I just send them and delete them. I know I'm not going to like them.
Right. Can you not look at you? Can you just get too critical?
It's not even that I get critical. I just know I won't like them, so there's no point looking at them. Sometimes I will look at them, but the majority of the time I don't even look at them.
If you do scan over your own check-in for, you will just pick it
I never
apart.
watch the
You'll never
videos.
give yourself. Fucking.
Aye.
Even that's the thing we were saying. Even when you're in prep, the worst thing you can possibly do is look at a photo of yourself when you're in
I
prep.
think in prep your head gets worse. Though.
Oh,
You
your
just
head's
always think you're
aye.
fucking shite.
You'll never ever think you look good, eh? If you're doing it, well, the way we are, I can for a fact.
Some people think they look good, and they're usually the ones that didn't.
Didn't I know.
Not the fucking magic mirror.
That's true.
Well, so what about the pros? The social media with bodybuilding. What
It's
if you-
got me into the limelight for
So
sure.
it's got a lot bigger.
It's got a lot bigger.
a lot bigger.
A lot more. I think
It definitely has moved. It's moved at that subculture
It's the
category. a bit.
double-sided sword there, or is like it's invited more folk to get into it, but it's made it a hell of a lot harder to fucking be involved in it.
The
To be
Lee-
problem is
Priest-
actual bodybuilding classes are diminishing.
correct. They are, to be fair.
It's people that are doing the shit classes.
Did you see the Lee Priest? He was on point. I thought he's on the fucking money with this. He was saying about like people that play golf. You heard the clip.
I don't think so.
So the clip was So you get people that follow golf, they go and they play golf, they sign up to the membership, they love it, great, they get the fancy clubs,
I
all
know
the
where
fucking
it's
clothes
going,
and all
but
that, and it's great. And they just go along playing golf. None of them, you talk to any of them, they're not going, you know what, I'm going for the fucking PGA Tour next
I think I've
year.
heard there's something like there's somebody's a car park golfer. They'll no look. They might look like a golfer coming out of that car park. They're not a fucking golfer when they're on the course.
But they saying like, what is it with everybody that goes into fucking bodybuilding? Like within 10 minutes, they like being in a gym. They've been in the gym twice. I'm going to go for a show and compete.
I'm going for my pro card.
It's madness.
Road to pro.
The road to pro. Is that a thing?
There's cunts making YouTube fucking series and saying my road to pro, and they can't even
That's
win a
been the
fucking
big
regional.
change in it, is like the amount of people that really aren't got a name in it, but they're showing you everything they do day to day because they're like, you'll be interested in what I'm doing.
George's, I mean, my fucking YouTube feed is now just, I mean, it was like when I first got into bodybuilding, you know, you were consumed. And it's like you see this thing, there's a boy on there, fucking Terminator or some shit. And I said to George, I was like, turn that off. This guy's an absolute ball bag. So he's got like the best bodybuilders and he's critiquing these guys on stage. And you know, we've got just a wanker.
Oh, is that guy? He's always like telling you how they're fucking wrong. Like that.
Right, so like his fucking
that wasn't good enough.
You know, his delts aren't quite like his delts aren't good
and
enough.
the boys,
I'm like, bitch,
the boys
let's see
been
a fucking picture
he
of
looked
you.
like a fucking tatty on stage or something.
He's a total blow.
I know. There's a few of them, by the way.
Nick Tadrilli, he's bad for it.
There's a few of the boys that critique every single bodybuilder. And
because that's what gets views.
It's like they're deluded because they were like, I could have done it better. And
it's that fucking.
You didn't have to train. You didn't have to train that way in this.
The worst is that Greg the Shite. He is an absolute.
I can't picture him, but I think I can.
I know.
I can't.
I don't really see any stuff, but I know.
It's the fucking.
I think I just fucking scan past.
He sounds like Kermit the Frog. And all he wants to do is call out people like, are they natty or not? Who the fuck cares?
Is that boy with the black hair?
Aye, black hair.
He's
like,
quite skinny.
Aye.
I can't even remember.
He's like, what was he, like in a bikini class or something? I don't know. He's just he's an IFBB pro, like Coach Greg. And he must have had like a cookbook or something.
They're running commentary on every bodybuilding show.
He's an absolute fanny. And that's the thing where I'm like, this isn't what it used to be. Like it used to, you would look at these guys and go, these are just fucking incredible.
I just stand by that whole thing. See, if you've not got skin in the game, then comment on it.
Mm-hmm.
Then he fucking, you'd kind of
well, then
critique any of these boys.
Skin because they were IFBB pros, but
if you look at that guy that's doing the
if you're not upstage with them, you can't tell. If you've never touched any sort of class with the bigger boys or boys that you even fucking couldn't tie their shoes, you didn't.
I mean, I also think if you are an IBFBB pro, you should be supporting these cunts. No fucking try to put them down. Like you did the same thing as them.
We know what it takes.
It's such a critical sport as it is, hypercritical sport. Like you don't need some cunt like that fucking shooting you down for some YouTube views.
Yeah. Like they're chopping you down to get some sort of significance, and it's already hard enough. And you've been way higher than they've ever been. Who are they to fucking come out and critique anything? Like it'd be different if it was like Flex Wheeler or a Kevin Levrone or some, but you would. They guys are not going to sit and go. Like even the guys that go beef, like people go, Sean Ray's an absolute arsehole, but they're like, hey, phenomenal bodybuilder. Like
he has had to listen to Sean Ray.
He's a fucking
like he was like the very first of the skinny genre bodybuilders that was out there for, like he was the critical one. Like he would say things that were controversial to I don't know, get hype or to get eyes on him. And even at that, he was still wasn't he saying like he was saying I thought I was better, but he wasn't going he was shite, But it seems to be this whole other level where they're just taking it way beyond, And not only that, at least you can say Sean Ray stood on stage with him. Mm-hmm. So if anybody should have an opinion, it's somebody that's been there and done it. Whether you agree with him or not is a different matter, but it's still look. Fucking you sitting there on your couch and you're, 190 pounds soaking wet, fucking blubber, and you're telling me that, Marcus Rule, wasn't in fucking dice condition. The guy's sitting there 280 pounds with fucking shoulders in his ears, and you've done nothing. You're like, yeah, I think he's back needed a bit of work. What the fuck are you talking about? So it's got a lot to answer for.
I agree.
Why are Oasis so shite? Well, for anybody that isn't, if you've been hiding under a rock, Oasis were playing in Edinburgh last week, I don't know. Do you think
They
it's
done
still
3 days,
shit?
did they not?
I have never
Weekend.
been a fan of Oasis. I've never got it. I've never liked their music. They
No.
seem like a couple of wankers. I'm not a fan of.
Nah. Who are you guys?
I like them.
Aye.
I went to them when I was younger, but I wouldn't like pay for it now though.
I feel like a lot of folk just went to that because it was like the fucking thing you
Nostalgia.
do.
Aye.
But there's a lot of folk that probably didn't even listen to Oasis back then. That were
That's
going to it.
definitely a thing. Like, there's a lot of folk that went there, didn't they?
I never got it when they were out. Like, I'd never really had an eclectic taste of music. I was like, I like euphoric trance and fucking dance music. So Oasis didn't fit it for me. But like, as I've got a bit older, I can appreciate some of the lyrics and some of their songs.
I went to
but
a few of their gigs. Like, when I seen them live and that, I was like, they are class to see.
Aye.
But like, could I have went recently? Probably. But I was like, there's not much point. I'm not too bothered.
Aye. Worst piece of gym advice or that you've ever had, and the best.
Worst piece of gym advice.
That's piece. It's hard to think.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever heard.
You just have to think of somebody that thought they knew what they were talking about, and you're like, fucking did they fuck? Try to think.
Take Halo. There you go.
I mean,
Well, that wasn't
and then
really
you could
advice
say
to be
take
fair.
Trenol, but you're right, mate. I fucking.
Do not agree with you.
To be fair, I actually been fine on it, but I've came to a point where I kind of felt like there was no need. And it probably was just causing you a bit more hormone issues than fucking.
What do you make you like? Phil Heath was saying that. Trent.
Well, I got caught up in the fact I felt like you needed to have that extra insulin for okay, but
everybody thinks you need it.
everyone, I think that was a whole thing that got. But it's like there's so
Yeah,
much
it's like
other
a fad.
devices now you can use that you can utilize that probably work just as well. But
Like Tren is the most, like it is the strongest compound, but then you've got this trade-off with it can give you so many bad side effects that it's not fucking worth it. Like if you're not sleeping, if your head's fucking away,
falling out
the
with
stress,
everyone,
the cortisol,
everyone you've not
it's going to
even.
lead to a worse look.
Aye. It is. Nah, I think that last trip there, I had it in for so long, then I literally was near enough microdosing it. To then I was like, this is just starting to hurt when I jag it now. I was like, can we just get rid of it? I'm like, fucking just get rid of it. But I've never done Halo, and that looks pretty fucking messy.
Halo wasn't fun.
It looked messy, like.
What about the best piece of advice you've ever been given? You can't say don't do Halo.
Nobody's ever told me to not do Halo, to be fair.
For bodybuilding purposes, he's probably when they booted me and says, you've got good potential, wrap the nut in. Then I did. And it fucking just got better for there, really, because I knew I could fucking go on with it. I think that's the problem sometimes, fucking.
If
you're doing it for the wrong reason, if you're doing it for the wrong.
eating chocolate buttons.
That was something else.
Chocolate buttons and iron brew, replace it with a protein shake and some fucking oats.
Is it no Red Bull? I thought it was Red
a
Bull.
big can of Red Bull.
And chocolate buttons, you're
I
still
heard you
half
were
decent.
found in the cupboard with iron brew and chocolate buttons.
There
on the
was
site.
one point with that too. I was eating anything I wanted, honestly. I mean, when we were working away, I was fucking getting the meal deals out of fucking Witherspoons and that, eh? I was still keeping a decent. It's just luck. Just good genetics and luck.
Well, luck is just genetics.
Genetics, aye.
It's really hard to be happy for people, you know that.
But then again, I've fucking wasted so many years doing that. But
I think when you're younger, you can get away with it as well, though. Because like when I first started training, I was eating fucking pasta and fucking peanut butter pieces. I done alright out of that.
Well, to think what I would try and eat. To think like, oh, this is fucking bodybuilder diet. I've got to eat all these eggs on this, and it was just fucking. It was like none of it. There was no point. It was just waste, because you can only eat so much when you're a certain size to build for.
I would say the best thing that comes to me, two things that come to mind that were really good advice. One wasn't in any bodybuilding circle, was remember Jocko talking about like food. Like, so whenever I tried that, I just got in my head that I hated this idea. It just felt like why am I doing this to myself? Like you were just trying to justify that you wanted shite and you weren't getting it. You weren't getting to pick your food, and you just felt like you were, felt like fucking concentration camp. You were punishing yourself for no reason.
I mean, when you were dieting?
Aye, it felt like punishment. And I remember Jocko Willett just saying, he's like, I don't eat any like junk food. He's like, he says, I'll maybe, if I'm having a treat, he says, I'll have like a chocolate milkshake. He says, I really, really like it. He's like, but I'll go and put a huge workout in and like earn it. And he says, I just look at food as if it's nutrition. It's just fuel. I thought, it's a fucking good way of looking at that. You know, because when you have that kind of logical, that, you know, I'm objectively doing this for a reason.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't feel like...
That's the point I've came to. I mean, see the last couple of times I've came off comp prep now, it's so easy can eat your sweets and have your off-plan meals and that. But then I'm just thinking, aye, it's good. And it'd be good if you kept doing it. It tastes great. But at the end of the day, what's the benefit? Absolutely fucking nothing.
It's like when you get past
I would
that...
rather keep benefiting for what I've been doing with myself, feeling better, and just getting on with it.
And you keep your eye on the objective. The objective is like, this is for this reason.
Like that fucking cake that my mum's brought me or whatever, I'll be like, it has no fucking purpose. It's like, you're going to eat a big fucking plate of that and it's just going to be pointless. So I'm just like, that's the way I think it tastes. It's no, like, your shite food really isn't, it's no benefit at all. I'd rather just get on with my meals and then keep doing what I'm doing. Because it's hard enough with the time scale it takes for fucking doing it.
I know. The other one was with lifting weights, make a lightweight heavy. So I was notorious for, if you're not pushing heavy weight, then what's the fucking point? But if you make a lightweight heavy and you're making that muscle grow, you're limiting injury risk.
Well, this is what I've been trying to do recently with my training. And I enjoy just lifting heavy.
You feel like, because I know you feel you're like, you definitely have that feeling.
Those are the things that kept me motivated in the gym, was thinking, right, go in and fucking see how heavy you get tonight. I've never had like one of the notebooks or anything, or kept up to date, PRs and all that, but I've always knew when I go in, I was like, right, a wee bit more the night.
But see, I think, now that I've got through the first couple of weeks of fucking hating it, I'm starting to enjoy it. And the difference is I feel it way more in the muscle I'm targeting, and I'm getting a better pump in that muscle. So
I was joking, even saying to him, I was like, we only got a few more years, maybe we need to start lifting.
Joking that though, to be fair. I'm fucking 35 this year.
Need to start lifting heavy before we can.
I need to stop lifting heavy
Apparently,
before I
you're
fucking
done.
ruin
I was
something.
like, because I was at that clip I was doing the 80s, and I was like,
that was a cool clip.
I was like,
we
could
did the
get
fucking 90s once.
I
There's
know,
just no video yet.
I know, but I was like, you could get fucking better than that.
That's
I was like,
impressive,
but I think
man.
we've only
That was
got...
a good
I get anxiety watching that, and my pecs get twingy.
I
I'm
miss
trying to
it.
fucking separate. So do I, but
I was like, I want to go back and do dumbbells, but I was like, we
I'm
only
also
got a
training
few more
myself
years.
most of the time, so...
Oh, I'm the same.
And I'm no fucking asking anyone else to pass me up a fucking 80 or a 90.
Can you imagine the look at that face?
But I was like, I see fucking boys that kick back the 90s, like Big Bradley, and I'm like...
I'll just tear an arm off me if I try and do that shit.
One day it's going to go bad.
I'm not taking that risk.
I would be far too scared. Try to kick back them, man. Fucking...
Anyone over 50s, I want one of them passed up. I'm not taking that risk.
I would rather do it on shoulders than chest.
I can do it on shoulders.
I'd take my chances on shoulders for I do chest.
I'm probably stronger on my shoulders.
You're stronger on shoulders than chest.
Weirdly.
Same.
But it's always been like that.
You just feel like you're on that limit of fucking something's going to go ping here on the chest.
To be fair, that we were never stupid with it. Like we always went in and it would be like we'd have a good few weeks at it, and we wouldn't just be like, right, let's do dumbbells 90s the night. Like what? You fucking die.
Working up to it.
The thing with going that high on your fucking dumbbells as well is like, how long did it take us to warm up and get to that?
Oh, you're there for a good hour.
40
minutes.
And that's one exercise
like,
done.
Right, we go for 50 to 70? No. You've got the 60. And it's sometimes 65 even, but you didn't like fucking... That's the thing, you're one moment away from it going bad, eh?
The thing being is, if you're mentally preparing, you're like the 65, it's that psychological part of you that goes, I've got this. And when you're stepping up and going up, it's like you're mentally getting momentum. And you know, it's like if you mentally feel like you've got it, the body's going to follow. But it's that, and it works the other way. Like I was watching the strongman at the Brayhead Arena, and I was looking, and I was saying to George, because the camera's on the guys, we were watching for the side. And I was like, I was saying to George, he's not going to get it. And he's like, how do you know? And I was like, right, look. And just look at that look in his eyes. If that was you and your eyes were like that, what would you be feeling? He's like, I would be, I don't think I'm going to get it. I says, you can tell. I was like, and imagine that prep, if you're on the limit of what you're trying to lift, if you're like that in your mind, that's going to affect your lift. It says you can see it, and it's the opposite effect. If you're building up and building up and building up, and you know what it's like when you see somebody go up and you can see the confidence, they're like, they fucking got this
Yeah.
because their eyes look different, their posture looks different. The
You can
whole
tell usually straight away too. I mean, like sometimes we've touched like the 60s or 70s and they're just light. It's a weird feeling, but you just know you're like, nah, I was
It's
well
like
done.
you're on it
Sometimes
that
you know
day.
you're
That was
on a good
moving.
day.
You're on it.
Aye.
What a feeling!
Mm-hmm.
What a feel! Everything feels
But
like.
then there's days you come in, you're trying to do the 50s, like that fucking hurt.
But then
That really
somehow
hurt.
you still got up to it though.
Oh, you still do
You
it.
still got it done.
But you're fucking shite one.
Next one's Olympia predictions. Bit early, right enough, but
It's only 8 weeks now, 8.5
Oh, is
weeks.
it?
Aye.
September.
It's not
Right
actually
enough.
that
So
far.
right enough. Who do you think's looking good?
It's going to be a controversial one this year, eh? Well,
That'll
there's
be
every year
seen.
because you didn't actually ken who's actually winning it sometimes, but
It's so open, that
it's
top
so
three.
open, it's mental.
And then there's Nick Walker banging on the door as well. It's that,
They'll be
that
looking
top
at
three could be
Samson,
anyway.
but Samson's going to have to do something special to make sure he's in
I don't
front of
think
everyone.
Samson needs to do anything special. I think Samson is the best bodybuilder. It's just whether he
Condition
fucking nails
special,
it.
though.
Aye, that's what I
Condition
mean.
special.
It's whether he nails it.
Because if he comes in with the same condition, he's going to get thingied for it, eh? But no, it's,
So who you got for the top three? Guys, who you got? Well, Adam, you can go while he's
So
slugging
it's
the water.
Samson, Hardy and Derek for me.
There's Nick not in the picture.
I like Nick Walker. I just didn't. He's no as nicely put together. And he pushed Derek. It was at New York. Whatever the show was they done together was anyway. But Derek was off and still beat him. I actually think Nick beat Derek, to be fair, but whatever. I'd like to see Nick in there. I don't fucking like Derek. I'd like to see him fuck off.
How?
I just think he's a wank. He's a wee fucking God and Jesus loving wank.
Is he?
Aye. And he just, I don't know, he was going on about when he beat Nick, how Nick should thank him for doing that show because it wouldn't have been as good without him and all this shit. No, he's just a wanker.
he made that show for Nick, apparently, is what he was trying to say.
He's probably right in what he says, to be fair,
Aye,
but
it's
just the way that he said it is, you're a dick, mate.
Aye, there's ways he
And I
fucking
don't like
do
his
things.
whole thanking God and Jesus for his win and that. Like, fuck off. I don't like that.
Do you think he what's the thing they do for the meals, like the grace?
Aye.
Does he say grace before he pins?
Maybe. Thank the Lord for his train.
He's got the rosary beads wrapped around the barrel. What about you? Who you got for the top three?
I'd say the same.
It's hard to look away for those three. But any of those three could win it.
Like
And potentially Nick could win it if those three are off.
Yeah.
body wise.
Who's the one that missed the last couple of years? Was it Nick?
That's Nick.
It was Nick. And then there's loads of like for like 4th place to 10th, boys are just like fuck me, and just loads of boys gunning for
Very
it.
competitive.
Swarming in.
Mm-hmm.
The top threes.
Because there's loads of a good calibre. The top three's the top three. Like, but that's the thing, you didn't care what you could get sometimes, eh? Somebody might come a bit off. Somebody might fucking be bang on, and you can't fucking look away from them. But it's like Hardy always comes in nails, eh?
If Samson's on, he fucking wins it.
100%.
I think he's got the right look.
Samson.
You can tell,
There's not been somebody his weight with that look, since when? Ronnie? But then again. So
Ronnie's
even that one, like,
a different look, sorry, though.
he was the same
Samson's
kind of weight,
so
the
much
way,
more,
but
weight-wise and height-wise, but Samson's
he's
a
more
lot more
tapered.
aesthetic looking.
He's more tapered, aye.
He's got the sort of tie-ins. He certainly isn't as symmetrical as Flex, but he's got that kind of Flex Wheeler-esque look.
No, it's
Yeah.
true,
Where
actually.
he's bubbly. Like he's got that bubbly, round, fucking cartoonish shape. His tie-ins are really appealing, and he looks really symmetrical, and he's fucking big. Like because that was always the thing when the guys put on the mask. They would lose that really sharp tie-in, lose that. They would be really big, but they wouldn't have the round, sharp look that Flex came with. And like I think when I look at Samson, I'm like, you're like what Flex would have wanted to be as a mass monster. And you look good, but he's just like he isn't as conditioned yet. So it'd be interesting to see if he dials it in, because if he dials it in, I think they're hard.
I think he does. I think see to a point where like you see some of these, you always like can't tell for a photo, obviously, but the lead up to it sometimes like fucking hell, he's on. But But it's when they go on that stage and the lights are on you, it all seems to change, eh?
It's the same with a lot of bodybuilders, though, isn't it? You see their pictures before a show and you're like, what the fuck? And then you see them on stage and you're like,
Didn't know that.
The one that always
What
stood
happened
out to
in
me
between?
was what's his name? Rolly Winkler. That fucking, you know, when he was standing in that mirror and he just always looked absolutely
freak.
ludicrous.
He was fucking ludicrously big, but it wasn't that well put together and he was never quite in condition.
Aye.
There was at one point it was fucking massive,
It's the
massive.
freak factor. He's
5'7",
And he
like
did get in
280
good
pound on
condition
stage.
as well, and he looked fucking unreal.
But it just wasn't nice. It was like somebody putting their head over a fucking dustbin or something. It was
It
a big
was,
fucking fridge
He
square.
just looked like he was full of venom as well. Like he
Aye.
just looked like this is a sort of like if you imagine that there was a character in a snake venom that when it bites you and it goes into your bloodstream, it was the Rolly Winkler fucking flexing in that mirror.
That was funny.
His fucking arms were wild.
He'd get great triceps,
Mhm.
wild triceps. I can burn 1900 calories in 90 minutes on the bike, so the consumption is really high. So you're trying to shove pick and mix any sugar to get in fast.
Could you just have a complete fucking was it energy dump, eh?
Mhm.
And then it's just like bananas and fucking anything to fix
Anything.
you.
And 2/3 of the way around, the normal chain gang, my power and everything was bang on. But you know, it's like, so I'm fueling pre-ride, during the ride, and I
You have to do the fucking gel packs and that, like,
I just couldn't get enough energy in because the glycogen stores were flat. As soon as I put the glycogen back in and fueled, it was like somebody put a fucking rocket up Mars.
It's happened to me before when I done a run back in the day.
I could
I
not-
done Tough Mudder, and I fucking something just happened. It just went woofed, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" Couldn't like I've not read up on any, and I just went into a was that like a half marathon, the length of it,
Mhm.
and I was like go 3/4 of it, and I was like, boom, looking at a tree, thinking, I could just go and sit at that tree and fall asleep right now. I could have just fell asleep. Like literally walking, thinking I was about to just drop down because I needed to just close my eyes, eh. Stopped at a station and they had bananas and water and that. Done about 5 bananas and then 10 minutes I was boom, back, running.
Aye, bananas are
Mental
incredible.
feeling.
I
Mental feeling.
don't like bananas. Well, I've never.
There's all they had at the stalls. I'd have got something better too, like fucking.
Well, it's not until you put yourself in that position and you take a banana and you go, fucking Mother Nature knows what it's doing, because that thing
I
worked.
couldn't believe how much help it just gave me something back. And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Aye.
Scary, man. It's scary to feel like that. It was like a hypo, but it was like, obviously it's not a hypo.
But
It
it
was
hypo feels because your
It feel-
when your glycogen depletes
boom.
that low,
Mhm.
you're it doesn't matter
You're
what you
done.
do at that point, you're
You're
fucked.
done.
Like it's damage control.
Right, it's survival mode.
Aye,
Do
aye.
not.
It's how are you going to get through this? The point of can you avoid it's gone. You got to face the music.
That's it. I mean, I was just walking and I was like, just keeping myself going somehow, but I was thinking, what might you need to do here? You might need to just stop. Is there somewhere safe to stop? Fucking.
So Hilly's came up with the idea of like a bit of a Frankenstein diet. Can you lose body fat and cut whilst
And
doing this?
what's the goal for you? Like, you're going to get shredded? Well,
Not shreddy, but I want
doing
to
high
be able to,
performing
I
fucking.
want to be able to there must be a way of doing it.
There are boys that do it.
Aye. So I mean, like, and you
It's
look
just
at
your
them, they're
output's
good at it.
different, eh? But it just means your muscle growth will be different. You'll be able to, well, saying that, you might burn a bit more muscle, but you'll be able to
I don't know if
fucking.
it's fueled properly. I know if he's taking gear.
Hmm?
I said, know if he's fueled properly and know if he's taking gear.
To be fair, aye.
Yeah,
Because then what's it called? When you start burning muscle through cardio.
Catabolic.
Aye.
But I feel that last night was like a miracle, an absolute miracle. Like, do you know when you get something you're like that? This can't be. It can't be this
fucking,
good.
I've worked it out.
It's like wow. So it was good.
It's like because when you get a Five Guys or something. You bit of
When
life.
you're on prep and you're flat.
You bit of life back to you.
What's that like?
It's a good feeling, that, like, really
It's
good.
just like bringing a bit of life back to you, almost literally.
Just satisfied to
Feel.
fuck, eh? You're just like fucking.
I've never had the Five Guys.
Just
They're
a
not
fancy,
that
it's a
good, to
fancy
be
burger,
fair.
eh? But there's what was
quite
your
expensive.
favourite?
Ah,
What
you
was your
spend
favourite?
fucking 30 quid on a fucking burger and chips.
What would you get if you were in the middle of prep with Usually Five Guys are safe bet the way.
You know the answer to what I eat in prep, Gary.
Pizza.
Aye.
I know.
Even though I was saying like the pick and mix, and I'm starting to eat fruit. I'm like, because it's that, you know, when you get in locked in, I'm like, what can, like, I'd rather eat this fruit because I know that's better for me for my objective. And you start to get that Terminator fucking tunnel vision of objective only. Nothing else matters. And if something's going to take a chink off it, you just start to look at it with I'm like, nah. Like I'm gonna take every opportunity to get the result. That's why I can't get when people like I'm going to do something and they you know, when people don't stick to what their plan or their diet. I'm like, what the fuck is the point? Like, what's the point? Like, if you go for it, if you're going to go for it, go all in. And then you get like a Ricardo who's fucking going all in for no
fair enough when you're getting like mentally done in by it and then focus starting to slip or whatever. But somebody like takes on a coach and then doesn't do what they say is beyond fucking mental.
See that a lot of people.
It's
like,
just fucking. What's the fuck?
they're a month deep and they're dropping out because they don't fucking look like Mr. Olympia.
Or like, can I eat this instead of this? Can I eat this instead of that? And you're like, what? Like, no.
Aye.
I'm not even a coach, man. Like, it's fucking simple, eh?
That's why I couldn't do it full time.
No.
Fucking not interested in that. I quite like my job, to be fair. I couldn't deal with people like that every fucking day.
It'd be good for something to lie back on if you want to be like, Ken, when you're getting that age and you're like, I'm not working fucking past 60. Yeah. Fucking.
It's good if you've got experience, you want to share it, but the thing being is that it's difficult to, like, how do you screen people that you go, right, you're really, like, you would be an ideal client, but you got people that aren't, you know, really, like, they're
I'd be well picky though, like, it wouldn't just be a thing where, like, somebody talks a good game, like, it is I want to see what you've accomplished sort of thing, or I want to see what you know, as in, like, because fair enough, we know a lot now about gear and what's better and like all these better brands in that as well now, Ken.
Yeah.
And boys are getting fed down the wrong tunnel because they're like, here, take that. You know, like, they didn't ken where it's fair, they didn't ken if it's real.
A lot of guys that are taking that shouldn't probably be taking it in yet anyway, because they've not got their diet or their fucking training in check.
Exactly.
They've just got
they're doing that before that.
Half the time they're taking fucking training as well.
I know. Can I get trained for going to Ibiza? That's the number one pick. On holiday, what do you need to train?
It's like I recently took on a boy, and obviously I asked him what history with gear, cycle, etc. He's running trainers, and first thing he'll do is we'll take the fucking train out.
Why is that? He's fucking mental. So it's like you'd be surprised how many boys are just doing loads of training.
Aye.
With no training, no
is
diet.
That the wildest thing you fucking...
They're training twice a week, maybe, if you're lucky.
It's cunts that are taking training client to go to fucking Ibiza as
That's
well.
what I mean.
It's like, you fucking stupid. And then you're going to go to Ibiza and fucking shove coke up your nose as well.
But it's not even that. So, like, they're not eating. And then when they're coming back for that holiday drink, they're still taking the stuff. They've just took it literally for the holiday, and then it's went, their body's like, what the fuck was
they've
this?
just stopped
and
taking
they've came back for the holiday.
And now they're wondering why they've got fucking gyno. And they can't
Or
get rid of their
their
gyno.
heat's up their arse. Like, you're more fucking depressed or...
Well, imagine the psychological roller coaster. I mean, you know, train plus
That's
alcohol plus fucking whatever else they're doing.
See, with your holiday cycle diet pish, the turmoil you're facing afterwards, let alone just getting back for a holiday and being a come down anyway, your body's fucked.
Oh, man.
You want to throw in some fucking chemical warfare with the hormones in there as well. Fuck that.
And that's why there probably is a big problem with boys that come back for a holiday and they can't get their life fucking together just for a holiday.
Right, what about, so how small Big Mikey's traps are? Oh, he's not here, but what'd you make of that?
You better tell us.
I've upset him enough recently.
Get Ricardo on we use. Well, we're fucking trying. The wee angry man's putting up a bit of resistance there.
I don't think Ricardo will do another one from the conversations I've had with him.
He's always like that, so don't take it with a pinch of salt. He says he was never going to come on initially as well, but we've fucking got him on. You just need to make... He likes a drama about the whole thing.
He would need to, like, fucking delete all his socials after he'd done it, and then but
he's still getting comments on his shit now. I got a notification for one today.
Aye.
Is he actually?
Aye.
That's fucking weird.
And he still bites.
He's still replying
He
to
replies
that.
to
How long
every
ago was
single
this?
one.
This was
10
the,
weeks ago. 10 weeks ago.
so this was a weird thing. Was his whole bit is, look, I don't like the attention. This is too much hassle. I was like, okay. And he says to me, he says, fucking, I should say this. So he's like, aye, these fucking reels are doing my tits in. He says, these people are commenting on this and that and the next thing. He just goes in a wee rant, as a wee huff to himself. And then I'm like, right, okay. So the next reel, I was like, right, we'll just add him in, because he's obviously fucking, it's overloading him. So he phones, he's like, what's happening with the reels? I was like, what do you mean? He says, well, I've went in at my lunch to have a wee look and just see what's going on. There's nothing there.
Shut up. Shut up. Fucking hell.
Things are a bit quiet. He's like, I was going in to get my fix.
Oh, no.
So, this is what I mean. Like, he's two ends of the extreme.
He wants it, but he doesn't want it.
And there's
But
not
he truly
a
wants
comment
it.
that goes in and within 30 seconds it's not replied to.
That's true.
So, look, I think he loves
It's a
it.
very active man.
I think he loves it.
He can't leave it when somebody says something.
Waiting before the comment's been said, he's like, is there
Did
any-
you see the boy? I don't know if you seen the boy that was for like Northern Ireland, and he's just I don't know, a fucking scally of some kind. He's in a fucking hostel, and he's telling everybody he's going to put him in a wheelchair, and he's going to do this and that, and you can imagine how this was to Ricardo.
Aye.
So he started shit posting on Ricardo's. Like,
Oh, didn't he?
And Ricardo's put the screenshot. Do you know this guy? Cash for info.
I think I seen that. I think I seen
This
that.
is going to go absolutely bedlam.
A name popped up. Aye, that's fucking class.
And I just thought, here we go.
I'll meet you here. When? Now.
Aye. And then like, the guy couldn't comment because he's needing to get back into the hostel to get Wi-Fi. So and when the guy came back, then it was the two of them were going at it. So, he's some boy. But I thought that was funny. He's like, what's happening with the reels I was going on for my fix?
What do you call it? Trolls.
No
or
argued
whatever,
with
eh?
anyone
trolls.
Trolls.
Stand up and coming bodybuilders in Scotland, natural and enhanced classes.
The one with the most potential Atkins, big Bradley Dennis, huh?
Aye.
He's a freak.
Is he?
Aye.
He's a fucking freaky freak.
He's strong as shit.
He's young.
And he's young as well, aye. And he's big.
Is he?
Most potential I see in Scotland. Like,
Oh,
It'll
that's
be
good.
interesting to see. He's meant to be hitting the stage later this year, isn't he?
I should be on stage this year.
It will be interesting to see.
Good.
So it'll be good to see that.
We'll
But,
shout out to Bradley.
for what I've
Is it
seen,
Bradley?
like,
Bradley Dennis.
Bradley
aye.
Dennis.
Shout out to Bradley Dennis.
But
We're
he's
rooting for you.
actually English, so
Fuck, so he is.
he does the count.
Oh, fuck
Fuck
him.
him.
Need this. We'll retract that, Bradley. Good luck in the show.
I don't know, who do you think, man?
Don't actually know.
Up and coming? What, like, probably.
Is there any talent that's on the radar?
Liam
Any?
Wolf's looking pretty good.
No, I've seen that.
He's tall as well, like me.
He's got to look bigger, eh?
He's got bigger.
I mean, that's the thing with the tall guys. I mean, I know that fucking he's have difficulty trying to get the proportion right, but a fucking big tall guy just looks impressive.
Aye, when the
Well, you
tall
go to
guy
your hats
fills
off.
out that
Aye,
physique,
hats
it
off
is.
to a tall guy that's fucking dense, like, because that boy's had to eat a lot.
Takes a lot of work.
That boy's had to
But
eat
you know, you see
calories
aye.
upon calories.
See when somebody's long and stretched out and they can fill it out. It is impressive. You go.
He's got long limbs as well. I'm more long bodied.
Well, these tall boys, it's think about a normal person, what they can create in a year. It's took them an extra year, kind of thing. That's the factor, eh?
Aye.
Because they didn't. Everything takes twice as long.
And even just things like, the big movements they get on the size, that they're moving at so much further distance. It's a whole.
That's the injury prone and that kind. That's the thing. You're having to go deeper and then fucking push further, eh?
It's like I remember doing hack squats once, and then was it no when we done one with Brad, and it was like a tempo to
an
go
extra
down.
5 seconds.
You were meant to do a count to 4 on the way down. And I'm like, it takes me fucking 7 to get down. 4's speeding me up.
That's funny. Got to be one of the best bodybuilding episodes. They're well put together. Well, thanks very much for that. Shout out to Andy Gibson. Top exercise for upper chest.
Incline.
Inclines for me.
Aye, what one though? What,
The
dumbbells,
anything incline.
barbell?
Aye.
We've done them all.
I always say dumbbells probably.
I would if I was to
To
pick.
hit it fucking class.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A dumbbell incline or even a Smith or even
I always
a-
like the
a
bar. I always like the bar.
I always got on better
incline.
with fucking dumbbells than a
Good
bar,
chuck.
to be fair.
It's a wee bit more safer too.
Aye, dumbbells were always my favourite.
Using insulin, long acting versus fast acting. How it works, pros and cons. Cons is if you fucking get it wrong, it'll can kill you.
Yeah, it's quite a serious fucking
It's
health.
not to be fucked with, lightly.
Aye, insulin is something you've got to
Personally, I use
really look
both.
into.
But yeah,
And ken folk that ken how to use it, because the only way you're going to get good advice on it is somebody that's been using it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always wanted I ken the pros for like the short acting for like training purposes and getting your intra workout in and your training through it and that. But then the long actings, is that just
the long acting's obviously just giving you a boost throughout the whole day with all your
just helping
meals.
you get your meals in better?
Well, the insulin is essentially it's the key holder to your cells. The insulin opens the door and the nutrients go in.
A lot of boys have said sometimes, though, like boys that have took loads of insulin, it's not as beneficial, but it's all a waste because it's not your true, what you've truly,
I think when you use
Held on to.
insulin, you will gain extra water weight.
yes.
And also, if you look at Jordan Peters, when he was running ridiculous amounts of insulin, he also says that's what blew his midsection.
Aye, because you're consuming me and hudding me as
Because
well.
he was taking something like fucking 100 IUs of Lantus in the morning and shit.
Mental.
That was a Milos protocol. Says it's the most size they put on, but fucked his midsection as well. But then obviously, I don't think it's
But that's the
obviously
same-
the food that's went with the insulin
That's
that's
what I was
really
going to say. The
blown
same
the
goes, you
midsection.
can take as much insulin you can, but if you're not fucking eating like you should be, it's fucking pointless. And you're putting yourself in that risk, because if you're taking loads of insulin, you've got to make sure you're getting your meals through the day.
Yep.
And I think a lot of boys, wouldn't they be truthful and saying they're getting all their meals through a day.
You can't, if you're taking insulin, you can't be missing meals and shit because you'll fucking end
And it's
up
hard. Like
in a bad way.
even sort of top tier and that, life gets involved, work in that, and before you ken it, you've missed a meal.
Yep.
Can't really do that with insulin. Like
I need to be all in. You be really.
if you're
fit.
doing long acting and short acting, that's
Seemingly with a long acting insulin as well, Atlantis hypo is fucking worse.
I'd imagine, eh?
I've never had one, but
Just one
apparently
that
it's
catches
worse.
you through the day because you fucking
Long
you
acting
forgot you
hypo.
took that.
But the hypo from the long acting insulin Lantus supposedly is worse than when you're using the rapid stuff. I can't comment because I've never had one off the
Would you need to
Lantus.
be taking a lot of it?
You
Or
can
just
take, that's
missing
it. I think
meals?
that's the problem. You can take a lot of it.
Aye, well, I've ran it up to close to 50 units a day in the past, but then my food's always high as fuck, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
I've never ran it an issue.
You know,
with
had that ever thought in your head, or you're like, fuck, that's a lot I've took this morning. I
I don't
cannot
fucking
miss.
think about that shit, Gary.
I can't miss a
It's
meal a
just
day. Like
I'm told to fucking do it, so I do it.
no, but I'm saying when you get through that day and you didn't care what kind of day you're having, you're missing a meal or
I don't
something.
miss meals, Gary.
There you go.
I stop and I fucking eat. Or sometimes I'll eat while I'm fucking working. I generally don't miss meals. Like when the time comes, I stop and I eat.
There you go. Right, if you work in a gym as a PT, is it your job to intervene when you see absolutely shit form? I don't even think it's a PT. The question would be anybody that's got a bit of experience and knowledge in the gym.
Well, the thing
You had that
is-
conversation last time, right?
Aye,
'Cause
like we talked about that
some
boy
boys
in the
didn't
gym.
listen.
That his form is fucking horrendous,
Oh, you might
and
remember
he's
you
been
said
told,
this.
and he doesn't give a fuck. Personally, I wouldn't. If somebody's
I
lifting
think
shit, I wouldn't
Kim, I
tell
think it
them.
replies to is like somebody is quite young and it looks like they need a wee bit of help. There's some boys there and they're just fucking adamant to ken what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, you can't really fucking help them.
They're
not gonna listen to you.
I leave them to it personally. I go in the gym, put my headphones on. I don't want to talk to anybody, let alone correct somebody's fucking form.
I've never thought I need to correct that person, to be fair.
I've thought
it's
to
just
myself they could use help, but I'm not going to tell them.
putting yourself in that position where somebody could get offended.
If
and
somebody
you're just like-
asks you, it's different. And I think
Aye.
if you work in the gym, there's probably a difference. But
then it gives that whole light upon these creepy guys trying to help lassies, eh?
there is that too. There's
Ken-
those guys but they'll only be helping the lassies.
Aye. There's that element.
Aye, it's a fucking strange one that, because you naturally think, look, if it's there, the
You're
thing
not
is-
really in a position to go and fucking invade somebody's space in the gym.
If somebody was to ask me for a spot, which they generally don't, but if they did, and their form was shit, then I would probably. But I'm not just going to walk up to somebody that's doing something shit and be like,
you want to start doing this right?
the problem would be my delivery, to be fair, as well.
Fucking, you definitely wouldn't come
What
across
the fuck
nice.
are you doing?
gyms having personal trainers that look like they need a personal trainer. That's fucking funny. That seems to be apparent now. Like, I remember when I started going to the gym, the personal trainers were on, maybe they weren't big, but they were in decent order. They were, you never, you see a fat PT or anything.
I think it's again, as we've said before, it's, if nothing else, it's your fucking business card, really. You are your own business card. If you're not in shape, why the fuck would anyone want to use you as a PT?
Is this whole thing there, like, I think people are choosing on upon, like, well, I didn't want to look like you, I'd rather look like him. But then these PTs are in shape, so like how they, like, they're just being like, I think they're just getting hoodwinked into it sometimes as well.
I remember when I was younger, training at Raffle, and there was I don't know if he was a PT, but there was a fat guy that worked in there anyway, and he came up to me one time and he tried to tell me what to do, and I was like, what the fuck am I going to listen to you for? You don't look like you've picked up one of these dumbbells before. Like, you wouldn't just go away. Like, a little bit of arrogance to that at the time when I was younger, but at the same time,
It's true.
aye.
It is true.
It's that thing where, you like the appearance in such an appearance driven kind of endeavour, which is people are in the gym and a lot of them are, going there to get in better shape. Like how they look is probably a big reason as to why they're there, along with other reasons. Like
I think the thing with gyms and training now, it's became fashionable.
Well, it's the same. I reckon that it goes hand in hand with bodybuilding. Like bodybuilding, the entry level bar to bodybuilding has got lower and lower and lower and lower and lower as the hype has got into it. They've created. It's like they've created more classes, more angles.
It's not even
more,
that. It's money. It's these boys are taking their knowledge and what they know, and some of them are pretty decent, but then they're just spilling it into every possible person they can to make money.
Yeah.
And then that's creating a whole diverse where it's like a lot of these boys aren't even want to do it, but they're taking on boys that will be like, oh, I'll help you.
Yeah.
And they've not got a clue.
I guess it's the same as like the skinny science-based lifters that are trying to say that, well, these big cunts are doing it wrong. It's like, but you do.
If you've done everything wrong,
Look
take
at
it
you.
where we are now.
Where's your if you're science based, it's based in evidence. Where's your evidence?
You're a
Because
very bad
you don't
piece
have
of
any
evidence.
evidence here that we can see.
Yep.
We
But they're
get,
making videos on fucking Instagram. I think a lot of it, to be fair, is for views because it gets
It's
the
clickbait.
views. And they'll have
it's
like
clickbait.
fucking some big bodybuilder and they'll be saying he's doing it wrong, or like they've got Jordan Peters and they're like going on about recovery, and it's like, look at Jordan and look at you, like, just shut up.
Yeah.
But I do think a lot of it is just for views.
Aye,
Because obviously
definitely.
all the comments, even though they're negative, still get some views.
It's still attention's attention, whether it's good attention or bad attention.
Mhm.
It's the whole thing. There's no such thing as bad PR.
Yeah.
I think there's like they're doing it too because they're targeting the boys that are like them and making them believe like, you're right. Why would you want to train
Oh,
like
it's
that?
it's a bit cultish. Like they're building
That's
a
what I
cult.
mean,
They've got that sort of cult element. To
Because
it.
before you know it, they have got boys that are like feeding off that, thinking, no, you're right. I didn't need to train like that in order to look like that. You're like,
And your way seems easier, so
But it's the whole, it's the way I said. People want to skip the work, or so I can do less work, and then I can justify it with some sort of basis.
and if you've got somebody telling you that, you're going to believe them too, because you're already kind of wanting it to be that's the truth, Ken.
Yeah.
I think the problem with a lot of these science studies based on building muscle, they're done on fucking normal people. They're not done on actual bodybuilders. So
How relevant are they?
yeah.
Aye.
And also, if you look back, I listened to a podcast about it actually, and a lot of the actual differences of where they've suddenly decided this way is better were so fucking minuscule.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It was fuck all that you weren't going to notice. But they're obviously going, well, that's the way to fucking do it. His bicep grew by 0.16
But
of an inch.
It comes down to the control group. I mean, if your control group's nobody that's ever lifted a weight, and then you're going to get those newbie gains, you're going to get a disproportionate result.
Yep.
Where if you take, 10 seasoned fucking bodybuilders and you do science based, and they're like, nah, nothing's really
You might
changed.
get a totally different
You're going to get a
set
total
of results,
different
yeah.
outcome. But it's what that muscle's been exposed to that's really, like, if you're exposing it to stimulus and it's not used to that stimulus, it's going to respond. It doesn't mean it's going to respond in a better way than, something, a traditional movement.
I think with bodybuilding, you've got to take a mixture of science and fucking bro science, because the cunts that have got fucking big, that's enough science for me.
I've not seen a big guy that needs a fucking gum shield and a seatbelt and wrist straps for leg extension.
Oh, fuck.
No, that's what I mean. Like, that's
Gum
a
shields.
different universe completely.
It's wild. And I mean, there's a part of me that is like, hey, look, if your whole bit is you want views and you're clickbaiting and you're rage baiting people and you're fucking fine, whatever makes you happy. It's the people that are really naive and new that are buying into this, and they're going to get involved
That's the
in all
problem.
this
That's
shit.
who they're hoping to target. That's who they're doing it, and then they're getting all these people thinking, and then they're starting to believe the
It's
shite,
like
the
done
shite they're spilling.
It's unintended consequences of what they're doing because they think they're doing no harm, and it's like, well, look, you've just led somebody down the garden path. They've got a fucking seatbelt that they don't need that should be in a car. They've got a gum shield and they're fucking boxing.
Hinky a gym bag back in the day to a gym bag now, you're fucking... It's
like-
mental extra stuff.
We've got away from, you used to just look at the biggest guy in the gym, what's he doing? Now it's, well, this guy on Instagram says I should be doing this.
The guy on Instagram's a fucking wet washing. He's
exactly.
like... The
But
guy
the
still
guy
stays
that's
with his maw.
massive, they didn't want to do that.
He's fucking 10 stone. He stays with his maw and he's telling you how to lift.
But he said science agrees with him.
Oh,
So that's what, and it sounds easier to me, so
There's
that's
a
what I'll do.
250 word abstract and a fucking mean calculation and a
But
graph.
the
So
person that's fucking spouting the science probably doesn't even know the fucking science behind it or seen the fucking study behind it.
Yeah.
But somebody said
the
that's it.
science behind these cunts is like, so why have you not grown in the last year? Like,
Exactly.
somebody that's not doing your stuff. Answer that one, eh? Fucking...
well, you would have thought, like, there's plenty of smart scientist guys that have been bodybuilders that could have wrote empirical studies, that could have wrote, science literature. If there was something new and fandangle that they would have went, hey, look, I've been bodybuilding, I've got bigger, here's what I've done.
There was always one interesting, what was that, Mike Mensa, eh?
Like mine, so.
Or Mensa.
A bit of him.
His training was always like, it was like Tom Platt's training,
Aye.
sort of gig, eh? And they did reach, like, they found out a new way to fucking grow muscle, I'd say.
Yeah.
There's
'Cause they
many
were growing
different
muscle
ways. That's the thing, there's so many different ways. There's not only one way to grow muscle.
Listen,
There's different ways to get stimulus on the muscle, but the thing that these guys are doing is trying to say that their way is superior above all else, and they don't get any evidence for it.
No.
There's no evidence for it, and the stuff that they're using is really just semantics to make them sound clever.
The thing with training and bodybuilding as well is like not the one way that works good for me might not work for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you've got to find out what works for you.
Yeah.
And
That was like us all
Essence.
through our years. Like, we weren't, like, we were doing enough to get where we were going, but then, like, we had to change the way we trained legs. We had to change the way we done loads of things.
That's
and all that.
saying, like,
Fucking-
exactly, like we've trained legs where we've leg pressed fucking ridiculous
and we were just going in
weights,
lifting weight,
like fucking
hundreds of weight.
15, 17 plates aside on leg presses, and it did fuck all. And now you'll see us putting on 8 plates, 10 plates, but we're doing it totally different.
And it's helped.
And that's the thing is, like, you're going in and you're figuring that out, and you're going, right, I'm getting a better response here.
I think, dude, you
And that in
didn't
itself is-
figure that
that's
out.
a scientific test where you've went, I've done it one way and I've done it the other way and I've measured both ways and I'm getting a better result with this way, and I can evidence by I got a better result from this one than I did that one.
Yep. But this little skinny guy sitting there going, no, but no science says you're wrong.
You just do it this way and you'll be fine.
Yeah, but you're 10 stone wet through.
And the irony is, there's people that there's a big fucking huge dude that's saying this is what I've done and it's worked, and it's you don't need literature. You can look at him and go, oh, that worked. And then you've got a guy who has got absolutely no evidence basis on what the way he looks, who's needing to spam you with graphs, charts, and fucking semantic big words. They sound smart. And it's just, you go, how can you possibly believe this when it's staring you right in the face?
So I like what Jordan Peters says, success leaves clues.
Yeah, exactly.
The big, like, I don't care what your science says, but the big guy, he's done something that's fucking worked, so maybe you should listen to what he's got to say.
How many
It might
big,
not work
how many
for you,
big guys
though.
is there? Probably there looks like there's a lot because we watch them day to day. But like, when are you ever on holiday and you see a big guy?
This is the thing what I'm saying as well.
You
Like,
didn't.
the big guys in
You didn't see a
bodybuilding,
big guy.
it's diminishing.
You didn't see
Bodybuilding classes 10 years ago, you used to have 10 guys in an open class. Now you're lucky if class 1, the tall class that me and Gaz are in, at regional, you're lucky if you'll get 5.
That's the thing. The tall classes.
It's generally 2 or 3.
Tall
Supers as
classes,
well.
like weight, or is it?
Tall classes is what PCA do,
Aye,
but
so
it's a good,
PCA do
it's a
height.
good way to find out. Like, so see taller bodybuilders, like we were talking about, they're
So it's
far
over-
and few
The tall class is over 5'10".
because it's such a hard physique to fill out.
Yeah.
So taller boys are doing your classic, your physique. They're not doing open bodybuilding. And if they are, there's like a handful of them.
tall bodybuilding in the PCA, you're lucky if you'll see 5. You're lucky if you'll see 4. And even like super heavyweights and 2 bros, generally 3 or 4 a class. One time when I done it was fucking 13 years, which was fucking, for a regional, was unheard of.
Was that when on the supers?
Aye, when I done
Aye.
supers with 2 bros and it was 13 years. That's the biggest supers class I've seen in a regional.
But your supers are your general height for supers is 5'11", 5'10".
Nah, well, supers, you're over, I think it's over 102 kilos.
It's quite low.
I think so, because I'm sure I weighed in at like 105, somewhere in the 120s.
Your genuinely good
We've seen that,
your genuinely
yeah.
good supers are about 120s, eh?
Aye. Well, I'm sure I weighed in the 120s or something when I done supers,
Well,
but I was
just,
fucking about 8 foot
close-
tall, so.
It was like 118 or something, I think. It
You were 118.
was just under 120, I'm sure.
That's fucking something else. Yeah, let's pick fucking half a dozen of these because we're not going to get through all of these.
Like some good
Jesus.
ones.
Right, I'll quick file them out. You can pick 3, Adam can pick 3, right? Get Mikey's nipples out, fuck that. Religion, no. Bodybuilding. Right, Spice Boys in the gym, so cunts that skip leg day, I think we've done that to death.
Aye.
Who would win at badminton? Fat, skinny people getting sponsored because they're kiss arses and have a little following. Fat people posting check-in I like that one. But people posting check-in videos every day on their IG thinking that they're in shape.
That's a good one.
Aye,
that's
do that one.
Right, do that one. Men in the gym wearing short shorts with skinny legs. Right, we've done that to death.
Aye.
Peptides, shite or not, BP 157, TB 500. Why do we cunts think talking in the gym to everyone instead of actually training is a good idea?
Who's
a
asking
fucking-
that question?
That's my fucking least favourite thing.
What is a topic or what he's describing?
What he's describing.
Right, okay.
I had a rant about that in the last one.
What's that? Folk on talk?
Folk talking.
Make a gym where all the tripod fags go. People editing out what they say after the fact. Stupid cunts letting training slip because of their fucking ex. Fat cunts using Ozempic and bragging like they've worked hard. 16-year-olds want to jump in gear because of TikTok. Time wasting, half-arsing sets and scrolling. People need to change. Nobody fucking trains anymore. We swimmer boys loading up machines with 5 plates aside, no control.
That's a good one too, to be fair.
Fucking skinny cunts trying to bench 140 and their mate helping them pull it up and down.
I think that links into the previous one.
Aye, so we'd maybe double that one up. People that say in the process. People not wanting to accept Palestine. No, fuck that, man. Palestine. Fuck that. Imposed and undocumented illegal immigration. No, we're not fucking doing that either. Right, so there's your pick. And obviously Mikey's nipples is in there if you fucking... We've done
They're on
that to death.
Instagram.
Eh?
They're on Instagram. We don't need to see them here.
If you want to check.
He sends me them every week.
Right, what do you want to start with?
What was the first one we picked? Go back to that one.
Spice Boys skipping leg day.
I don't think we picked that one.
Who would
No.
win at badminton? Fat and skinny people getting sponsored.
No.
People constantly posting other.
That one.
Right, okay.
That one.
So next one, fat people constantly posting check-in videos every day on their Instagram story, brackets, thinking they're in shape.
Right. In all fairness, like, if they're in the gym, fair play to them, because they're trying to do something about it.
Aye.
But it's the same as like
That's what I was going to say. That's generalised.
it's a
over
general thing. Like the thing
over
is,
the whole basis. Kind of,
when I was skinny, well, to be fair, back then nobody posted shit, so it's irrelevant. But
there's a thing that's just gradually just took off. So like, was it before COVID? It wasn't like here's my check-in photo every fucking day.
I think in general, like they get boys in flex, right, and they'll fucking take pictures every training session. They'll put it on their story on Instagram, and I'll skip past it because I'm like, I seen you yesterday. But see, if you post less often, I might actually take the time to look at it because, well, you want to see a difference. Like, I don't want to see the same thing every fucking day.
It would even Hodgkin's be like doing it every week, let alone every day.
I do it like once or twice a fucking year. If you're
You
lucky.
know yourself.
takes months.
Aye, that's what I mean.
If you're looking at a check, like when I look at my weekly check-in, you're not seeing a night, like you're not
See, the
going,
only
wow,
time
there's a
you
big change.
see changes that quick is when you're fucking lean, and I mean like skinless lean.
Or when
and
you
each
first
week
started.
is different.
When you first started and you're getting the newbie gains.
Yep.
But it's like, you'll get boys that they've went on a prep and all of a sudden, because they're on prep, they're posting every fucking day. But if you post that, I'll just automatically not even look at it because I don't know.
I would like to instigate a timer, as in you've got as soon as you post your first picture, there's a timer start, and if you don't get to say 4 weeks and haven't changed,
You can't post.
you can't post again.
Yeah. But I don't.
Like the
Half
whole
of them
idea
it's
is
the same
progress.
pose as well, and you're like, what are we even looking at here? It's the same. For me, I like to do things quietly, and I'll post when I've got something to fucking show.
Yeah.
I think it says a lot more to you when you're just chipping away, and then all of a sudden they're like, boom.
To me, that's kind of people that are doing it for the wrong reasons as well. They just want the attention and the likes on Instagram. Like, oh, I'm doing a show.
Yeah.
No.
And 90% of them are never going to see a stage.
Well, that's it. Cunts do this and then they pull out fucking
Well, it's
2 weeks out and shit.
Mediocre kind of stuff.
What's the usual excuse? Like, I'm prepping for a show, but I'm going to take time out to grow. And then they've not actually changed. They go back to posting, this is my growth phase, I'm just going to post
You
my
love to
growth.
fucking see it, honestly, because there's many times folk will be prepping and it's got to that point.
But then I think
And it's not a point that they want to admit to, it's a point they're just like, nah, I need to get bigger. You're like,
This is what I mean. Like, I would say the benefit. Like, what could you make an argument for it? Right. See, if you're posting up to keep yourself accountable because you're going, I don't want people to realise that I'm half-arsing this. But there's where the timer comes in. You go, well, we want to see a change, but you're not going to see a change over the course of a day.
no.
It's a case of, like, I think it's cool. I think there's a bit of mystique if you're like, hey, look, I'm going to start this, and then boom, you pop up 4 weeks later, and like, wow, what a difference that you've made. Probably even 4 weeks, maybe even longer.
Some of the best boys are like, and I see and I hear the thing, and then next minute you're like, what the fuck?
That's right. I've always preferred to put fuck all on my social media, turn up a show, and then everyone's like, what the fuck is that? Like
That's
that
the way-
fucking.
I think that's the best way to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, the folk that come and you say, I didn't even ken you were.
Like if you're posting every day as well, and if you've not done a show before,
Oh, aye.
and then you pull out, then to me you just look like a dick.
Aye.
I don't know. I just like to do things quietly. Turn up when I turn up.
Right, next one. Peptides. What that one?
Mm-hmm.
Right, peptides, shite or not, BP 157, TB 500.
BPC and TB, 100% work.
Yep.
I've used them quite a lot. I'm using them right now. They definitely help. There's like so many other fucking peptides, to be fair, that I have not used, and I don't know if
I've
are
never
any use.
really used them
I've only
to
used
speak on them,
BBC.
to be honest. But
There's so much,
touch
like,
wood because fucking injury.
Yeah.
and I think a lot of them are probably fucking pointless. IGF
Because
supposedly
you're getting
is
it
quite
for tea
useless.
as well, eh?
Aye, well, your source makes a big difference as well
You don't
because
care
there
what
is
you're
some
buying.
shit going about.
Because there's loads of peptides now that are just
Aye.
coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
Like every country seems to be selling peptides now too.
Because I got added into a group chat for some peptide company, and the amount of different things these cunts are taking, like, just take fucking gear. And they're no.
Was that the thing? Like they're trying to avoid taking gear, so they take peptides?
No, they're doing it all. They're taking the gear as well, but they're thinking the peptides are getting them something else. Obviously, I don't know. Like, for me, the only ones I will use is BPC and TB around injuries.
Right, so there you go, peptides.
But you've got to get them from a reputable source, not just
you've gotta
fucking
get
anywhere.
the right stuff.
Or you might just be pinning fucking sugar water or something.
Water.
Yeah, very good that. Right, so we guys thinking talking to everybody in the gym is actually better than training.
That's my fucking pet hate, isn't it?
It is,
Just
it is
people
Has
in
kind
people,
of-
general
has
talking
people
about it.
stopped that
I-
since you last mentioned it? Or is it, have they taken heed?
It does get
Guys
left.
didn't listen.
He stops to talk to me, so then listen
Fuck
to that
off.
shit, honestly.
Ruined
Is
my
that
leg
the way I
session
Yeah, you have
last
to wear
Friday.
headphones.
I was saying legs and guys came to say goodbye for fucking 40 minutes.
That was bad. No, you fucking nay. No chance. He was talking away. I was like edging away and that, and I
What you
didn't
fuck?
honestly. I'm like, fuck.
You fucking sat down
Can't
and
loves to
fucking
talk,
made
eh?
yourself comfy.
Blailing away,
Oh,
was
he blathers.
It was actually
loves a good chat.
It was fucking Daryl that started the conversation that ran on.
It was a while.
Aye.
But
Um,
no, to be agreeable, it is. Sometimes you're in that our gym, could be any gym, but if folk want a wee chin wag, I'm like, I've got to be somewhere soon. You're fucking talking like fuck.
Aye.
It's not even that. We're getting fucking done in like try to squeeze in meals at the worst possible times
that's
at
it.
night, man. Fuck me. It's hard to get your meals in. So it's not even like you want to be ignorant or anything. You're literally just like, I can't actually fucking give you a minute.
Aye.
I actually don't want to talk to them either.
He does. He generally doesn't want to
He's
talk to
what
any
big on
cunt.
it.
He's like, get the fuck.
I've still got the headphones on. I just see their fucking mouths moving. And I'm like, you shitting me? This is all the way fucking up. I can't hear you. So why are you speaking? And then I've got to take them off
Yeah.
to try and not be ignorant.
You should just be ignorant. We should get you a t-shirt just saying ignorant.
I used to have an
Ignorant as
explosive
fuck.
ape one that said, don't fucking talk to me on the back or something. I need another one of those.
We need to get one of them. Get
I'll get Ollie to make me one.
Ollie to make you one. Heavy duty gym wear. Fuck off, I'm training. Gym wear.
Yeah, that'd be fucking
That's
class.
the next
That
idea.
would sell.
Hey Ollie, you're out there. That's your next run. You need to get that made up.
I'm going to go home and sell them on that idea and hopefully it's in production before this comes out.
The big fucking Adam dish of fuck off, I'm training, leave me alone.
You can only get it in 5XL or something.
Not for small people.
People edit out what they say after the fact. Big Mikey, and we might edit that out. So
Yeah, may as well. Can't talk about it.
Make it edited now.
aye, I
Ken?
know. Stupid cunts brackets me letting training slip because of a fucking ex. That's, to me, that is unreprehensible. That should be punishable by death. That's why the guillotine was created, for people that fucking think that's a good idea.
I mean,
What the fuck?
I don't think there's much to say about that he's not already said. He's a stupid cunt.
Yeah.
Really.
Like, that's the figurative firing squad to your mates. Like, you should be hung, drawn and quartered by your pals.
This will be Gaz next.
Not-
Older.
Fat cunts using Manjaro and Ozempic, bragging like they have worked hard. It's a cracker.
And my biggest issue with the Manjaro and the Ozempic, right, is they have no fucking idea what they're doing or what that is doing to them.
Yeah.
And they just see it, it's for lazy cunts. They see it as the shortcut. Like, if you want to get in shape, like,
This stuff just comes at you fast, eh? You don't have a fucking clue anything about it, except for the boys telling
that's the thing,
you.
nobody really knows the
They
actual
didn't, you never
long-term
fucking
effects of
Scooby,
Manjaro
what the fuck it's actually doing.
and
Like, you never do.
Ozempic. Seemingly retatrutide is supposed to be a lot better, but still, we don't know a lot about it.
How do they know?
Exactly.
Exactly. They didn't. They just came out. You know,
The
like,
retatrutide's getting a bit more respect within the bodybuilding world at the moment. Like Nick Walker was using it. There's a few guys I know that are trialing things with it. The characteristics of it are much more suited to bodybuilding, whereas like Ozempic and Manjaro are just kill your appetite and fucking ruin your digestion and shit. They're just
And what's different about retatrutide?
seemingly it's no as harsh on the blunting of your appetite. Whereas I think I might be wrong because I've only heard bits about it. Ozempic and Manjaro, they just kill your appetite, so you eat retatrutide, I believe, does have some fat burning properties. It's good for your insulin resistance. But then when you're in a diet, your insulin resistance should be good anyway. So,
Yeah.
I just generally think they're for lazy people, really.
So I've not even done what, because I didn't plan on using it. So I'm quite ignorant to it.
Some folk are
But I
saying
just, yeah,
there's a benefit to it, like in your rebound. Which I get.
To slow down your fucking appetite.
To slow down your appetite, because obviously I think that's when your appetite is your worst and you don't have an end goal really to help you pull back. So some folk are saying there's some
I get
use
that
there.
for newbies and folk that don't have a fucking concept on, like, you literally can only eat so much before it's a fucking
Yeah, just
big trouble.
generally it comes down to fucking self-control.
That's what I
anyway,
mean though,
doesn't
like
it?
if you've done it long and hard enough and you can the fucking
Yeah, that was the thing, like for me, I was thinking to myself, right, I'm wanting to drop a body fat. Right, the hype now is these GLP-1 inhibitors, these skinny, whatever the variety of them is, they're all hot topic just now. And in me, that was the same sort of thought. I'm not doing that. Like if there's it comes down to, if you're doing something, there should be work involved. And if you're doing something and there's no work involved, that needs to be looked at. It's the whole, to me, it's the whole, if you're getting something for free, you're the product. You know, and it's the same thing with this. There's no free tickets, there's no free rides. This seems to be a free ride, and it sounds too good to be true. There must be there must be a consequence somewhere.
I mean, there definitely is with the likes of Ozempic and Manjaro, because it's not selective in what you lose. So you're losing muscle, there's that growth alarm again.
every time.
You're losing muscle, you're losing body fat as well.
Are you dragging
but
this like insulin, aye? Is it, where is it? No.
it's like a pen.
Right.
So I actually believe that the proportions is more muscle that's lost than fat, but it's also like your bone density as well. So folk are getting like brittle bones for this. But generally as well, the people that are using these pens to lose the weight, they probably look like a fucking melted belly with their clothes off now, because they've done no weight training. You need a little bit of muscle to tone up. So they'll probably just look like melted wellies.
Which is a good point when I was talking to you about people that were fat. And you says one of the things that you enjoy coaching is getting people fat to fit. Like you enjoy it.
It's good to see.
What is it that makes you like think I enjoy doing that?
It's like when somebody that's fat gets, it's a whole shift in their lifestyle, and probably how they feel mentally as well. It probably makes them a lot happier as a person. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I'm thinking like
It's not even just for me coaching it. Like, I like to see it when guys do it.
But if you look at, I don't think people would be out there and they would look at going, Big Adam does coaching, I'm a fucking mess, I'm a fat cow, he's going to be a good coach for me. And I found it fascinating when we were talking about it, and the conversation was, you know, about people that are a fucking mess. Like they've really messed up, and they've got really heavy. And you, without hesitation, we're like, I like the whole idea of taking them from where they're at to getting them in shape. And I think that was really cool and something that people wouldn't have expected.
No, I like, as I say, it's not even just people that I've helped, but when I see other people doing it, I've got a lot of respect for it. And in some ways, I think that's more inspiring than somebody puts on a bit of muscle.
Yeah,
to be honest, because it's
you
an
know how
entire
hard-
lifestyle shift for
And
them.
the thing is like, see, when you think of like, people that are fat, the barrier to getting in that gym is so big because mentally they know they look shit. They feel self-conscious. They don't feel great. Like, so they've got a lot. Like, it's not like you're going in and you're like, hey, look, I look normal. You're going in, you know, you're going to stand out. So they're facing bigger barriers in their mind. So the fact that they're getting in, the fact that they're making it in the gym is a kudos to them right off the bat.
Definitely.
And then see if they can keep that momentum up. I would agree. It's like it's great to see, and especially if you've been in gyms as long as we have. There's always somebody that comes in. You notice them. They're fucking heavy. You can tell their shoulders are drooped, their heads down, their confidence is low, their self-value is low. They're sitting there. You can tell, you can see the signs. And then see as they start to change, you can see them start to perk up. They start to feel good about themselves. You can see them start to lift. And if you've done, I mean, I've certainly done it with your comment. You say, look, man, you're looking really good. Things look like they're going well. And they glow. They beam because it's just that little boost, that's that little magic dust of encouragement. But they're being recognised for putting in that effort. And I think I think that's pretty. I think it's underrated, and especially like going through that, you know, the hard way, you know, or the normal way, or whatever you would call it. Without any of the mentality, you're not getting the mental fortitude, the mental strength, the mental resilience that it would take when you go and do it the way that you should. You tighten up your diet, you tighten up what you eat. You're learning the discipline, and that discipline's something that stays with you. And I just think that this sort of idea that you can have outsourced discipline that's going to take care for you is just a recipe for disaster, because you're looking for the easy cop out, the easy road for everything. And I think that's the danger with these pens.
Because there's one I've seen recently, it's one of Taylor's clients, Dan his name is, or the Coup on Instagram. Probably seen him, I shared it actually. He lost a shitload of weight, but like he was walking for miles with fucking weighted bags on and shit, like doing all the fucking work. When he could have probably just went and got a fucking skinny pen and done it the lazy way. But I've got a lot of respect for that, the way that he's done it.
Yeah. Sure, what's his name?
I only know his first name, it's Dan.
Right, Dan, we'll shout
His
out to
Instagram
Dan.
name's The Coup.
Shout out to the Coup, go and big up the Coup. Well done, doing it the hard way. And we like to see it. I mean, there's a wee Tommy that does a podcast with the Tony.
I know who you mean, aye.
And he was 160 kilos, and I mean, what a difference. I don't know how we go on about the fat PTs and that. He's a PT, and I'm like, fair play to you, man. Like, hat off to you. Like, you are walking the walk.
Yep.
You are the living, breathing embodiment of what we're talking about. Of, hey, you really, really messed up. You really got in shit shape. Then you made a choice, and then you stuck with it, and then you seen it through. And that
Big
inspires.
Mikey as well, to be fair.
Aye, big Mikey, because he, you know, and people don't realise that because maybe his size, but he'll tell you how shit he felt. Like, he was in a really, really kind of dark place about how he looked.
Yeah.
And I mean, you look at that before picture, and it's wild, like a real. And then how quickly he changed.
Yep,
That's mega.
And again, doing it the hard way, doing it which. You know, we rip into him for fucking, you know, not training as hard as he could, stuff like that. But hey, look, credit where it's due. What a turnaround.
You can diet, that's for sure.
Aye.
It shouldn't be the hard way though, should it? It's just been,
It's the way.
everyone's been told it's the hard way now because there's so many shortcuts, but it's the normal way.
It's the normal way, and they're taking the easy road. They're taking the cop out.
The normal
they're
way is
taking-
the best way, always. Like,
Well, you're not just getting the result physically; it's you're getting the payoff mentally.
that way that you do it, the normal way is the way you can do it through it all the time. This shortcut, you can't keep doing it constantly. There will be major
But
problems.
if you do it the normal way or the hard way or whatever you want to call it, you will come out the other end of it looking better than if you use a skinny pen.
And even like if you use a skinny pen, you might get to the weight or the desired sort of visual appearance, maybe.
You might look all right in clothes.
Yeah, you might look all right in clothes, but see the thing that you get when you do it the normal way, or the you take the harder road. You take the harder road. You also will have a better chance of visually looking better. You're physically going to feel better. Your body's in a better homeostasis, as in, right, I know how I'm
Be
responding.
healthier as well, yeah.
And then there's the mental aspect of it. You like that discipline. If you can do a diet that long and
That's
you do it the
what you
hard
learn
way,
about yourself.
that's spilling into other areas of your life. Like if you can do that, you can stick to something that long, going against cravings, going against your desires, going against these things. Look, but what else could you do? What else could you try? What else could you? And that's the big payoff that I think these pens. It's just people not what we started with. People just want to skip the work. They want to skip the work and get the result. And I just don't think there's any free rides with it.
I think with the pens as well, the problem is where do they end? Where you stop taking the pen,
Exactly.
your appetite goes back to normal, you get
Mhm.
fat again. If you do it the hard way, you learn new habits, you learn how to do it, you learn a sustainable habit. But with the pens, you just got to take them for life so that you're fucking never get fat again. Probably end up ruining your stomach,
Yeah.
your digestion.
I mean, the thing being is like making comparisons to say, like gear usage. Like gear usage doesn't get you big.
Nope.
Like it's food, training, you know, dedication, discipline, hard work. Like it supplements what you're doing. It doesn't do the work for you.
Yeah,
These
just
pens are doing all of it
enhances-
for you.
everything that you're doing.
It's the cherry on top of your cake.
It magnifies your
Make it go
results.
that bit
It gives you an
faster.
amplification.
There's a speed up way, and that's
Yeah.
the thing.
But these and this is the comparison that people make. Well, surely it's the same as this. Like, no, this is you're doing none of the work. You're getting none of the benefit.
No,
And
It's
you
like
get
if you could take steroids and sit on the sofa and get massive. It just doesn't fucking happen. But
I know.
that's the...
Well, nobody would appreciate it because then it would just be a chemical
And
process.
then everyone would be doing it.
Yeah, and that's
It'll be
that. Where
huge.
that's the old adage why people laugh that have got big and go, you don't know what you're talking about. To guys that have never done it and go, I could get the same result. There's not a chance. So yeah, the hidden dangers of skinny pins for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we swimmer boys loading machines up with 5 plates and 0 control. 5+ plates.
This seems to be a thing right now. I don't know about other gyms, but definitely in our gym, there's so many young guys in, and they're lifting big weights, and you're looking at them, but you're like, they're not really growing. Like, they're strong, fair, but bodybuilding, you're not a weightlifter. You want to grow. It's not, obviously you want to lift heavy, but it's more about how you lift it. And all these guys are just doing all these plates for an Instagram video, but then say they've got fucking small legs, for example, and they're squatting or hack squatting X amount of fucking loads of plates, but then you're like, well, your legs are still fucking small, so it's clearly not working.
Yeah.
It's an ego thing, isn't it?
Aye. And it's that thing where you're like, look, that's when you need to go to the big guy in the gym and go, look, any pointers or any tips?
That's the problem with some of these machines in the gym is that you can load them up.
To
and
be
you,
fair as
and
well.
you can fucking go like a lot
Yeah.
the weight on it. That's a good difference between when like tell that boy he's got some sort of incline chest machine with 5 plates aside. I was like, well, go and do the dumbbells in the same weight. And you'll not be able to do it, will you?
Yeah.
And that's what you're chasing, Ken. You know, it's not real.
Yeah.
It's just a machine that's helping you lift that much. You got to remember that.
I would rather a machine that allowed me to only put 1 or 2 plates on
Exactly.
and be heavy as fuck. Because see, when
Exactly.
you've got to load fucking 5, 6, 7 plates, it's like, fuck off. I just want to put 1 on it.
Yeah.
And it'd be heavy.
I hate that.
Well,
I didn't get any benefit for putting 6 plates on a fucking each side, thinking, oh yeah, I can't. I was like, no, it shouldn't be that easy.
We're in the reverse of that. There's a Smith machine in Levels, and we were doing, I think we were doing close grip bench. So we'd set up the Smith machine, and Dell jumped in at first. And you know when you got that look like something was unusual? So it was like, right, and it's like you get the bench, you want to just rep a few out, and then you're like, am I in the right spot? Is it? Then you move you figure out. And he came out and had a look in his face as if to be like, something was unusual about that. Mad jumps in, and I'm like,
it was too easy.
no.
It was a little bit.
It was like this machine had like a weird negative to it.
They probably had the counterweights taken off it.
Because we've
I
got
don't
the
know.
one at ours.
We had that in Flex. The
It
Smith
would,
machine
it would
comes
go
with
up
a
fine, but it
counterweight.
would come down like it was really heavy.
We've
It's the
got,
counterweight's
we've
been
got the
taken
one in,
off.
it fucking humbles you.
And we would put like
You're like, that's not a Swiss machine.
we put 20 kilos on it in each side. I'm like, this thing feels like we've got fucking 140 kilos in it.
We've got,
And
we've
it
got
was
a
like,
heavy Smith
but we were
thing.
fascinated because and it's like that thing because you're not concerned about the weight. You're focused on the stimulus. Like if this thing's firing and pumping this muscle, I know my muscle's working with this.
Yep.
And it was like you were getting a new variation. You thought, oh, this is good. But that's the difference between ego lifting and making it look as if, who's that ego lifter? So you've seen the guy that's like a fucking beanpole and he's got the 3 belts on and he
I've
slaps
seen that. I
himself.
wanted to that boy's a fucking belter. Like he's getting famous because of that. Like many folk that I've wanted to train with him and just be like, what?
Ego lifter, final boss.
Oh, mental.
But he's got like the worky boots on. You
Aye.
look like he's got steel toe cap boots
And
on.
the leggings, 3 belts,
The compression top.
compression top with the
Steel toe
sleeves,
cap
and then
boots are a
wraps.
shout though, to be
And then
fair.
he wraps
Well,
up again.
Maybe he's got a point. Maybe he's been closely dropping it on his toe like you.
Head, aye.
Aye, in fairness, that's maybe a good shout. But aye, that's the thing.
That'll be a
Stimulus.
thing. You have to be, you could have made that a thing. Fuck.
Right, so following on for that, skinny guys that try and bench 140 and their mates are doing the work. That's the same story. Ego lifting.
I hate, like, see when you see that as well, like,
Boy, spotting.
spotting.
Oh,
See, to me, a spotter is there to stop you fucking dying. I hate when someone I've
should
shouted at
also
people
help
for
you-
touching the bar.
They should help you
during
die
my
a
set
little too.
before.
Because you
But
didn't.
they shouldn't be there to help you day
Aye.
unless you are actually doing forced reps.
It's like a little tap.
Aye.
Tap it.
You know, it's that bit where they're getting up and then they stall and then it's starting to go back down. Then you pull up.
Aye,
It's just,
you
I want you
let-
to drown a wee bit,
Aye,
not
let-
too much.
Yeah.
Aye.
I want you to gasp for air.
That's it. Why sometimes you just hike it and you're
No.
like, fuck.
I'd rather not have a spotter. Like I have shouted at people mid-set before because I see them going to touch them. Don't fucking.
Yeah.
I
And you
hate
don't know
it.
if the guy that's doing bench, I think the guy who's getting fucking better workout down the bent over rows trying to spot his pal.
Even in my head, if like he's just fucking hovering round it and there's like maybe a bit on it and he's not doing nothing with it, in my head I'm thinking,
Yep.
nah.
I don't even like hands. Like you might, as you say, it
And
might
then,
just be. I don't even like that.
I
Don't
think going to a
fucking
phase
touch
where I'm
it.
thinking, am I still lifting this?
Yep.
Aye.
Am I still lifting? Like, what the fuck's going on? I was like, why are you hovering?
And then they'll always go to them. It was all you, bro. I'm like, but was it though?
I know.
You
Did
don't,
you
you don't
touch that?
fucking know.
I know I
No, I
touched
don't touch it. All you, bro. So I'd rather just don't fucking touch it.
See, unless it's fell on top of me. Fuck.
Exactly.
No, I like that. I like the letting you drown a wee bit. I like the when the bar starts to make the. You're trying to push it and it's starting to go back towards the negative. Then we'll step
That's
in.
where you just see them stuck in it for a wee bit and you're like, that's starting to hurt now, eh?
I think when it comes to pressing as
You're
well,
like, fuck.
when you start to struggle, you can quite often get a second wind and see if someone touches it, but it fucking fuck off.
Aye, if
Unless
you
it's
just,
going
I
down,
know
the way,
that's
don't
what,
you
touch
that's
it.
what you
If you
want.
want-
It's
it's
like you get that bit and it's halfway there, and then it's like
It's almost like you take
you
a
wait.
breath and you can get.
aye,
You wait
you've
and-
got one more then, eh? And then
But if they
it's go
touch
time.
that, they've ruined it.
no, you need to wait until
Aye,
the
you're
like,
like,
it's
nah.
starting to go back.
You need to
It's like
get
the-
ready, but don't touch it.
There should actually, that's the thing, like, you can't just spot and think you can how to do
there's
it.
an art to it. There's
There's
definitely,
definitely a way to, like, make somebody grow.
there's an art to
Because
spot.
there's a, like, that fucking fine line between them, like, having that last rep that fucking fucked up their muscle that much to you fucking taking it away from them, eh? Completely.
I think there's an art to not only spotting, like spotting well is an art, and also you know when somebody's got a couple more in them, they want to rack it up, and you're like, nah,
That's
fucking keep going.
definitely a thing. I
And
think
see when you can see it,
hard
you go,
way,
you've got
like,
fucking two more in there, and they're like, no, I've got nothing. You better get another couple out.
I found it.
I've fucking stood above him before with a bar no moving. I'm not fucking helping you. And it gets up. So, and he'll tell you any time.
What happens?
Been loads.
We just left it on you.
I've got to do another 5.
Nah, I'll just tell him I'm not fucking helping you.
You've got another 5. I was like, fucking, I'm fucking actually dying, why?
Aye.
But it's something like this thing, you second guess yourself because you're burning, you can't breathe.
You've always got more in than you think you've got.
A day.
You do. Gaz undershoots
Is he?
and he needs a fucking kick.
Aye,
It's
that's
always
good.
there.
But it's like, there's fucking quite a lot of weight on it though, eh?
Yeah, but you can move it. So it doesn't matter.
Aye, that's what you need. You need a
I
training
do.
partner.
I think you didn't get the last 4 or 3 reps on your own.
Yep.
And if you're there, you're in. You're not doing it, are you?
Nah.
I don't think anyone would admit that. And it's quite hard to get to that point too, as well.
I would argue that I can do it on mine. I don't actually like training with someone anymore.
You're hard to fucking get extra out of because I don't know. Maybe I was done the extra, but
When I'm done, I'm done. If you tell me to do more, I'm
he's like stubborn on me.
No.
I'm fucking doing man.
But I know when I'm done. And certain things with like chest, because of the way my pecs are, if it feels a bit funny, I'm just bailing out.
Well, I think that'd be a dangerous. That's probably like a dangerous thing for you. Is you sat in a fucking hard push where it's like
I
give or
won't
go.
ever fight a rep on chest.
That's what I
anymore.
mean.
I'll
Because
just
then there's
bail.
a small line between it fucking snapping.
And you
Whereas-
see that happen, so, like fucking how many times
Well,
you
boys
seen
that
that
have
on bench?
that have done their chest like that, you didn't fuck about with that,
That's
obviously.
saying, I've had numerous little tears in my pecs, so they're iffy now. So I won't fight a rep on chest.
And
I
it
know
comes
when I'm
back
done.
to that whole thing, like how much are you actually getting for one more rep? It's like if you're getting to that point, like it's the
Could end your whole career.
it's a massive risk with very, very, if any, reward.
Well, that's the thing, as you say, it's just that pec comes right off. There's no point in me getting on stage again.
No.
Other than for my own enjoyment, but I'm not interested in that. I like to win. So,
You're at that age now too, Ken. It's shit to see, but we fucking are.
yeah, to be fair.
An
no.
injury to now's no. You're like,
But
what's
it's the
fucking
difference between going meathead at it and being a bit more tactical and smart. And that tactical and smart, maybe your ego's saying one thing, but hey, look, the logic and the brain and the savvy's going, look, you you're going to get a much better result if you
That's
figure
what
it
I've
out.
been trying to drum into Ollie for a while now. Because he keeps hurting himself. And the last time he came up, I trained with him, and he is just full retard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when he gets to the end of the set, it's like, it's whatever he can do to get more out of it. And I'm like, this is why you keep hurting yourself. Because he's on about he's pressing, he's twisting, and anything he can do to get it up. And I'm like, you're done, stop.
Yep.
Yeah, but I could have got a couple more. No. You're fucking half you was off the thing, trying to push it up. And he says he's learning, and he's trying to train better. But whether he is or not, I
The
don't
jury's
know.
still out in that.
He's just always got this full retard mode for everything. He needs to not do it in the gym.
Hey, the injuries are telling you something. You're getting a warning. Wind it in.
Yep. And he's younger than us as well.
What age is Ollie?
26.
He's
Fair play. Fair play to him. Shout out to Ollie and a heavy duty gymmer. Well, boys, it's been a pleasure having you on. We managed to make it through without Big Mikey.
not tue much silence.
Aye, he's done well. I think he'll be proud of you.
Nothing to be edited out.
I would need to chop that bit.
Aye.
Well, edit this last bit. Sorry, Mike.
Aye, sorry, Mikey. Well, we hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Make Bodybuilding Great Again. We covered off all the questions that you put in, covered off skinny guys posting your story in IG with your check-in, your daily pictures. We also discussed the great benefits and joy of going fat to fit and why you should take the harder road, the hidden dangers of Ozempic and skinny pens, and also why sometimes you've just got to do it the old school way. Things work for a reason, why the big guy in the gym is the big guy, and why science-based isn't always the answer. So we hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Be sure to follow us for more, and we'll be back in a few weeks with another episode of Make Bodybuilding Great Again. So be sure to share this video with anybody that you think needs to hear this advice. And also, if you've got anything that you want us to cover off in the next episode, be sure to drop it in the comment section below. But from us this week, that's a wrap.